Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube, where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. Yeah. Listen, we got some fire topics for y'all tonight. We're going to be talking about Truth Hurts. He got this woman on his podcast and she talking big money. You hear me? She talking big money. We're going to dive into that. Glorilla sister, she out here being a family member. I'm just going to say that much. Then we're going to dive into the pivot. Channing Crowder out here talking crazy, saying some egregious stuff. And then we're going to talk about the money, of course. And then we're going to dive in. You know, we're going to have a little fun with Pop the Balloon. I ain't did a Pop the Balloon reaction in so long, but we're going to do it today. Now, I want to go ahead. Matter of fact, also, we're going to be talking about Naya Gonzalez, too. How she talked about how she broke up her engagement just because she just changed her mind. So we're going to dive into that, too. But before I do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. Listen, like I already said, the past two live streams, the live stream before and this one. Now, I know one thing that I used to do, I used to just pull up all the comments onto the screen. But I'm changing it up because, you know, I really want people to start investing into the platform, right? Now, this isn't something that I'm just begging, nothing like that, but I want to make sure that I do things the right way for the people who really invest into the platform. I want to make sure they get that notoriety as well. All right. So if you want to invest into the platform, be sure to hit that super chat. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's go ahead and dive into the first topic. I want to talk about Truth Hurts. I want to talk about his podcast. So that was a clip that I saw on TikTok. And there's this lady, she's talking about, I'm single because these men are weak. She said these men are weak. And she's not impressed, you know, and she refuses to go 50-50. Aren't a lot of ladies? What makes her different? All right, but we're going to dive into it. So let's go ahead and rock out.
Fully yoked men out here. Look, you got these 50-50 men out here. You got these men, what you bring to the table. You got these men that's very sassy.
I love this.
Yeah, you got these men who ain't men. So yeah, it ain't a whole lot of equally yoked, nothing going on right now.
So the 50-50, going 50-50 with a woman, does that make you less of?
Absolutely. I would never, ever in my life 50-50 do what? Excuse me? No way.
Well, what makes you worthy of 100% of the take?
Because I bring 110%. And I ain't speaking of money. I'm speaking of energy. I'm speaking of being that helpmate. I'm speaking of that one that's going to speak life into you, that's going to hold you down, that's going to encourage you, that's going to work beside you. But I'm not bringing half to the table. I'm not paying half of the bills. I'm not paying half of the bill. Okay. And I don't think a man is a man if he expects that from a woman. not a whole lot of equally yoked men out here.
Right.
You got these 50-50 men out here. You got these men, what you bring to the table. You got these men that's very sassy.
I love this.
Yeah.
So let me go. I've been talking this whole time and y'all didn't say nothing. So what I was saying was, now we gonna dissect this. She's talking about 50-50. And she's talking about a man is a weak man, right? But here's the thing. The reason a lot of these men are going 50-50, or they even talk about going 50-50, is because these modern day women aren't worth doing the 100%, or they aren't even worth a man wanting to level himself up to go to the next level, right? And so this has become a huge problem. A lot of men are, listen, I'm not going to keep giving you 100% of everything, but you ain't doing nothing. So this is where this whole question of what do you bring to the table? Why is it that me as a single man, I'm making money, I'm living life, I'm doing my thing. What is it about you that would make me want to leave this dating market in order to commit to only you? What is it about you that makes you different from any other woman out here on this earth? See, these are the questions that a lot of women don't want to answer. A lot of them can't even answer. That's why they don't even like the damn question, because they don't have a valid answer. So they'll say surface level shit, or they'll say something that's so broad that you can place anything. So she said that I'm a woman that I speak life into my man. Okay. How does that help? Where and how does that help? But she said, I work alongside my man. What does that mean? What does that entail? Dive into it a little bit. What does that mean? You work alongside him. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't understand that. You got to make it make sense to me. So therefore, if you add value, what is it about you that makes you different than any other woman out here on this earth? What is it that makes you different? What is it? Are you able to gauge and process and understand, like, okay, well, this is what this man is doing right here. And this is where he's going. Because because like I always say, you need to have the hard question. You need to have the hard conversations up front instead of later on having a hard conversation. You know, what's your 5-year, what's your 10-year plan? And so while you're asking these questions, this is why it's important for a lot of women to also get to know men as well, instead of a man always trying to get to know a woman. And it's always one-sided. When you're having these hard questions, when you're answering these hard questions, now you get to gauge and observe how you can fit into that person's life. So prime example. So if this man is telling you, hey, listen, I got a plan, you know, I'm working a 9 to 5 right now, but I plan to be a full-time entrepreneur by year 5. This is what I'm doing. This is what I plan on doing by year 1. This is where I need to be by year 2. This is where I need to be by year 3. This is where I need to be by year 4. And so while you're listening to him and he's explaining where he's trying to go, you need to figure out how you can help and add value to him. One of those examples is, maybe let's just say you don't have the skills in order to add value in that way. But you know what? I'm really rocking with this dude. I'm rocking with him. I think I can fuck with him. Or let's just say you do have the skill. You can now say, listen, I'm already working in this field and I already got some experience in this piece. So I can help you. I can help you get to that point. I can help you get to that level from this perspective, from this point of view, because I have experience in this area right here. So therefore I can help you implement what I know into your business to help you and help you catapult forward. These are the type of things that you need to add value to. Not just, oh, I support you and I speak life into you. That's surface level. We want to hear the real shit. And let's be quite honest. A lot of men aren't millionaires. A lot of men aren't even making 6 figures. I think that's like the top 20% of men, right? So your average man is anywhere between 50,000 to 90,000. Now, within that comes out the millionaires, because a lot of them, they are working towards those millions. They are doing things. They're entrepreneurs. They got side hustles that they're building, that they're growing. So they're working towards that. But see, you want an already finished product and you think that you just gonna embark your way in there. It don't work like that, short.
Yeah, you got these men who ain't men. So yeah, it ain't a whole lot of equally yoked, nothing going on right now.
So the 50-50, going 50-50 with a woman, does that mean?
Hold on, I wanna see something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanna make sure. So the term equally yoked, right, that she used twice already. Equal yoke refers to a partnership, often in marriage or relationship, correct, where both individuals share similar values, correct, beliefs, correct, and goals. Yes, it is derived from the biblical passage in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14, which advises against being unequally yoked, with non-believers being equally yoked, emphasizing the importance of having a shared faith and purpose, which can lead to more harmonious and supportive relationship, right? So, understood. So she's using the term properly, right? So she's saying that, listen, I don't want to be 50-50. I want a man who also don't want to go 50-50. I want a man that goes 100%. Fair enough.
Make you less of?
Absolutely. I would never, ever in my life 50-50 do what? Excuse me? No way.
Well, what makes you worthy of 100% of the take?
Because I bring 110%. And I ain't speaking of money. I'm speaking of energy. I'm speaking of being that helpmate. I'm speaking of that one that's going to speak life into you, that's going to hold you down, that's going to encourage you, that's going to work beside you. But I'm not
hold him. How you gonna hold him down? So what if the case? Let's just say that this high earning man who's making 6 figures, right, or who's making enough that way that you can maintain your lifestyle as well as he can pay 100% of the bills. Let's just say he loses his job. What you gonna do then? Are you gonna leave him? Are you gonna stay? Are you gonna work alongside him? What is it? Are you gonna support him? What does that look like? What does it look like in an event that happens? Because y'all see what's been going on. People been getting laid off like crazy. And it can happen 9 times out of 10 unless you got one of those jobs that people need you and they're calling you to get you to their job, that you have a skill that everybody wants. Unless that's the case, 9 times out of 10, sometimes it just happens to the best of us. You lose your job. You get laid off. What do you do then? What do you do?
bringing half to the table. I'm not paying half of the bills. I'm not paying half of the bill. Okay. And I don't think a man is a man if he expects that from a woman.
I don't understand.
Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast.
Here's my thing. I don't disagree with her because she want what she want. But a lot of times when they had these conversations, the things that they ask for from a man, it never aligns in value or in shared belief or whatever the case. It never ever aligns with what they ask of the man. Okay, you want this man to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these things, but yet when the man asks you what is it that you bring to the table or what value do you add, you don't have anything. You say a whole bunch of surface level shit. It happens every single time. Every single time. What's good, y'all? So after doing a little research, I found out that 90% of the people that do watch my content, they aren't subscribers. Look, do me a huge favor, and it doesn't cost you anything. Go and hit the subscribe button right now, because then it tells me that you are gaining value from this content, as well as I look at it as an investment into the platform that allows me to continue to keep getting better and better with my content. So if you've gained any value here, go and hit the subscribe button right now. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All right. So I want to go ahead and tap over to Naya Gonzalez. We're talking about relationships. Let's talk about Naya Gonzalez. And she has a YouTube too. I also go check her out. Go check out her platform. She got a YouTube channel, and I also put the link of this video in the description as well. So go check that out. All right. So I want to hear what she got to say in regards to what's her reasoning as to why she broke off her engagement. I want to hear the context. I want to hear the full detail. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and lock in.
With the internet. I always said that I was never going to be the kind of influencer that only shares the good parts of my life. I've been able to build a platform because I'm authentic. It's really important for me to own my narrative instead of letting people assume and start rumors. Ending my engagement was the hardest thing I think I've ever had to do in my entire life. It's really not the breakup itself that's hard, but it's also having to like break up with the idea of the future that you planned and grieving that too. And at this big age, 31 years old, it feels like your clock is ticking faster and faster. I think that if sharing my story helps just one person, then it's worth it. I was trying so hard to make it work. Eventually, trying to make it work felt exhausting. It literally took me accepting the hard truth that I tried to ignore. Now, the moment I accepted that and said it out loud, I felt so much relief and honestly freedom. Not because I didn't care. I was finally listening to myself. Now I have to start over, rebuild myself, move out. It's scary. There's a lot of uncertainty, but that's also kind of the beauty in all of this. I get to start over. I am doing my best and I'm figuring it out one day at a time. So that's my truth. Love you. Bye.
So hold on. I'm gonna play this again. I wanna make sure that I'm not missing anything here. I wanna play this again and see what the reasoning was as to why she broke off her engagement. So we're gonna watch this again. Because maybe I'm tripping.
I have been debating sharing this with the internet. I always said that I was never going to be the kind of influencer that only shares the good parts of my life. I've been able to build a platform because I'm authentic. It's really important for me to own my narrative instead of letting people assume and start rumors. Ending my engagement was the hardest thing I think I've ever had to do in my entire life. It's really not the breakup itself that's hard, but it's also having to like break up with the idea of the future that you planned and grieving that too. And at this big age, 31 years old, it feels like your clock is ticking faster and faster. I think that if sharing my story helps just one person, then it's worth it. I was trying so hard to make it work. Eventually, trying to make it work felt exhausting. It literally took me accepting the hard truth that I tried to ignore. Now, the moment I accepted that and
So you're not telling us anything. What is it? What was the reason? What was the reason for you to leave this relationship? Because you're saying that it was hard. It was not necessarily to leave the relationship. It was hard because you had to start over. Give us some context. Since you are authentic, that you say that you are, what's going on? Now, mind you, I'm glad you did it before you got married. I would say that. At least you realized it before you got married, and then you're breaking up a home, right? But my thing is this though. Why did it take so long for you to figure out that you didn't want to be married? Who was in your ear? What were you listening to? What were the things that were being said that kind of sparked a light bulb in your head? Like, I don't think I want to get married. What was it? I'm genuinely curious. I'm not talking bad about you. I just want to understand. I'm just trying to understand something. I truly want to understand what's going on. because it just sounds like a bunch of words, Sally. I'm gonna be 110% honest with you. All of it sound surface level. Now I get it. It's content creation. You know, you gotta leave a little bit of mystery behind it. You know what I'm saying? For the engagement, for people to talk. But okay. Did you give the ring back? I'm curious.
Said it out loud. I felt so much relief and honestly freedom. Not because I didn't care. I was finally listening to myself. Now I have to start over, rebuild myself, move out. It's scary. There's a lot of uncertainty, but that's also kind of the beauty in all of this. I get to start over. I am doing my best and I'm figuring it out one day at a time. So that's my truth. Love you. Bye.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about this. I really am. I'm on the fence. I'm 110% on the fence about this. What else, No? And the reason that I am on the fence about this is because I can't blame her because she wasn't married. She was engaged, but they weren't married. So that knot wasn't tied yet, right? And she said that she feels as if the clock is ticking. But I mean, you're only 31. Let's be real. Now, that also depends on, do you want to have children at any point in your life? That's a question that you got to ask yourself. What things do you have going on in your life right now where you feel as if it may seem as an anchor in your life that's going to hold you back from achieving the goals that you want to achieve? Was it a conversation that was had? Was it something that you experienced? What did you guys move in and you realized that you didn't want to move in with him? It's like, I don't like the way he's living. What was it? Was it a lie that popped off, or was it just something you just woke up one day and you just say, you know what? I don't think I want to be married. Like, what is it? What is it? I'm trying to understand this. I truly am trying to understand what's going on here. Because one thing that I know, and studies have shown, that if you're doing this because you think that you can make it in life on your own, cool, do your thing. But you do know you become 3 times more successful when you're married versus when you're single. Finance 3 times more successful when you're married versus when you're single. Now I know there are a lot of single people like, well, I'm single, I did it. Cool. Now 3x it if you were with somebody. Now equally yoked. 3x it. If you're making 100,000 and you 3x it, guess what? That's 300,000. It's pretty good, isn't it? More money. Just saying. But hey, shout out to her though. Shout out to her, and you know, I wish her the best on her endeavors in the single life. I hope that she gets whatever it is that she's looking for, whatever it is that she wants in life. And I am glad that she did it before they actually got married and then come to the realization, you know, they married 11, 15, 20 years and all of a sudden she realized that she was in the wrong place type shit. You know how a lot of these people are doing right now, being in these damn long ass marriages and all of a sudden they want to get a divorce. Yeah. So I applaud you for that. I applaud you for realizing it before you actually tied the knot. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, dog. All right? What's good, y'all? So after doing a little research, I found out that 90% of the people that do watch my content, they aren't subscribers. Look, do me a huge favor, and it doesn't cost you anything. Go and hit the subscribe button right now, because then it tells me that you are gaining value from this content, as well as I look at it as an investment into the platform that allows me to continue to keep getting better and better with my content. So if you've gained any value here, go and hit the subscribe button right now. I appreciate you. Yeah. Listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, all right? So And also make sure you tap into the super chats as well. Support the platform. Support the platform. Support the platform. My dog. Let me read these comments real quick. Oh yeah, I absolutely did. I sure did. Got this thing cut. You feel me? It sure did. Sure did. I'm coming up on a new haircut. Need one in a minute. But yeah, I appreciate you. All right, so I want to go ahead and move over to this next topic. Let's talk about Glorilla and her sister. Let's talk about this nigga. Let's talk about this nigga right now. Let's get into this shit. Apparently, Glow's sister has. This is so stupid though. Glow's sister has started to make some noise because she believes that her sister Glorilla, I think they're twins, maybe. And she's upset because Glorilla ain't giving them no piece of the bread. She ain't giving them nothing, not even $1. She ain't giving them nothing, and her sister's pissed off about it. So we gonna dive into it, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts and I'm gonna give my opinions as well. All right, so let's go ahead and lock in.
Just your grievance that you feel that your sister has an obligation to share the wealth.
Yeah, she got an obligation to share the wealth. We sat here, we struggled together. Took baths and bottles of water, wrist brooches, all that. Yeah, she obligated. Is them friends obligated? She doing everything for them. So yeah, I feel like I'm obligated.
What is it you think she's not doing for the family? What is the... you're making it sound like there's a real financial hardship. Describe what you're talking about.
She's not doing nothing. She's not doing nothing for family at all. She do little oohs and ahs for our parents or whatever, but barely nothing because my mama still clocking the clock at FedEx. Oh, she don't want to work. Gloria got y'all believing this fake ass, imaginary ass thing where she retired them. No, she did not. My dad retired because his time was up. She's supposed to have retired my mama, but she didn't. My mama still clocking the clock at FedEx.
Why does she owe it to you to support you and to support the family beyond what she wants to do? It's her money, right?
Because don't go on no interviews, talk about our struggle. You want to do that. That's not right. You don't sit here and talk about struggle, sit here and struggle with. It's not one sibling, you got 9 other siblings.
Hold on for a second. So you telling me, this is what you're telling me. I can't talk about the struggles that I've gone through myself personally unless I gave back to the family. I paid y'all because I'm making millions of dollars and I ain't give y'all a cent or a dime. So I can't talk about the things that I went through in order to get to where I'm at. Let me ask y'all a question. Everybody in the comments, everybody in the chat, let me ask y'all a question. Do you believe that you are obligated? So let's just say you got siblings or, just kind of like how everybody does, they make it to the NBA, they make it to the NFL, and the first they want to do, they want to get back to their parents. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you feel obligated to give back to your family? Do you feel obligated? Yes or no? Now, when I say do you feel obligated, I mean in the sense of, do they make you feel obligated to give them something back? Or is it an obligation for you and an appreciation from you to give back? But they don't ask for it. They don't ask for it at all. Which one is it? Is it an obligation for you mentally? Or is it an obligation from your family that tell you, listen, bro, why you ain't giving us no money because you out here doing crazy, you out here making millions and you ain't giving us nothing? What side of the fence are y'all on this one? I want to know. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. Bull City says, not unless they contributed to the success. That's a fair assessment. I also agree.
She get her money just because she got plenty other in Memphis. She getting money too. I got 2 siblings staying down there in Atlanta with her that she treat them like housemaids. Y'all keep on painting this picture like she's just a good person, an upright person. She's not.
So here's something that Glow pretty publicly did last year when your dad, you said he retired. His time was up, so he retired. And she bought him a brand new Jaguar as a retirement gift, right? And we saw this back in November. I mean, that's pretty nice to give someone a Jaguar, no?
Yeah, what picture of the Jaguar do you have?
I just know it's a white Jaguar.
What picture? What evidence do you have of the brand new Jaguar?
Are you saying that the Jaguar was not, she didn't actually give him a Jaguar?
What evidence do you have of that brand new Jaguar?
There's an Instagram video
and
of it.
Of course, she gonna try to make it look good for y'all. My dad over there broke as a mother right now.
Let's say she has $2 million. How much of that does she owe to you and the rest of the family of that $2 million?
She can get all of it like $2,500 a piece.
How much?
$2,500.
25.
Hold on. Just give me a sec. So he said 9, so that makes so he said 9 other siblings, so that's 9. So I'm gonna say 10. So that's 12 people, right? That's 12 people. Because she said earlier she said they got 9 other siblings, right? Plus her makes 10, and then plus the parents makes 12. So that's 30. So basically, she owe y'all $30,000. Get her ass off the camera, bro. Get her ass off the camera. Because you mean to tell me you making all this fuss over $2,500? $2,500. You making all this fuss. And yet I see you with this Polo Ralph Lauren sweater on. You got multiple tattoos. I know them hoes ain't cheap. Because if you got them on your face, I know you got them on your body. So everything that you probably have on right now, plus the tattoos, equal up to $2,500 or close to it. What? What's going on right now? I feel like I'm being punked. What's going on right now?
Like, that's it? Just 2,500 flat, or is that a
2,500 flat?
I think she would jump at that.
I think if that's all you want, I think Glow might jump at that.
But imagine her being on for 4 years and not giving us zero, none at all.
What does your mom think about you going public with this whole thing?
At the end of the day gotta end.
Nigga, what?
I don't give a
Niggatromics. She just did Niggatromics. 12 people. She said she owed the family $30,000. Niggatromics. What the fuck is going on? And then they asked, what did the mama think? She's like, at the end of the day gotta end. Bitch, you ain't saying nothing. What you talking about? What you talking about? So because I guarantee you the mom is probably like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the hell is your problem? What this looks like to me, I'm gonna be 110% honest. And I got another video to play too. So, but I just want to say this. What this looks like to me, this looks like hating. This looks like jealousy. This looks like envy. This is what this looks like to me. This is what I see. she's gaining some clout off of her sister's name, putting her in a negative light so that way she can get a little bit of shine. She can get her 15 seconds of fame. That's exactly what's happening. Anytime TMZ get their name on shit, 110%. That's what it is. Oh, I'm the sister of Glorilla. She ain't paid none of our family. She owe us money. What you mean? And of course TMZ gonna jump on it. Of course TMZ gonna jump on it. Hold on, let's go to the next one. Watch this.
Just together July, you ain't say none of this. Bitch, if all y'all hoes want to sit here talking about we were just together July, let me tell you the backstory on that. My mama snuck me to the show. That's the first show I've been to since she didn't hit. Fuck y'all want to talk about some motherfucking man. I was at the show. I got snuck to the show. Fuck me and the fat bitch April. Oh God, we got snuck to that motherfucker. Y'all want to talk about motherfucker ain't obligated. How she not obligated to do shit for us if she on interviews telling folks Brett Roaches, she got Rambo motherfucking ass riding new Cadillacs and shit. Then he want to sit here and make a status and say some motherfucking, she went down. What y'all talking? Bro, who was homeless? Gloria was never homeless. Who was homeless? She was not homeless. Fuck, then y'all want to sit here and talk about some motherfucker. She bought my dad a motherfucking Jaguar just a little good, and that man broke his hell with a house full of roaches in South Haven. And yes, my mama still working at FedEx.
Wait, did she just say, hold on, didn't she just say that they bought, did she just say that? She just admitted it. Hold on, make sure I'm not tripping. Let me make sure I'm not tripping.
Fuck, then y'all want to sit here and talk about some motherfucker. She bought my dad a motherfucking Jaguar just a little good, and that man broke his head.
She bought my daddy a Jaguar just to look good. So she did buy him a Jag. She did buy him a Jag. But what we just heard on TMZ, you saying where the picture's at. You saying where the picture's at as if it wasn't true. But you just admitted in your live that he did get a Jaguar that was gifted by Glorilla. Interesting.
With a house full of roaches in South Haven. And yes, my mama still working at FedEx. And for that not Marco, for that Tula bitch, ho, this ain't got shit to do with you. Gonna be in the backup dancer, ho. Fuck, y'all sitting here trying to come to justify her. She got 10 siblings. 10 siblings. 10.
So my math was correct.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. She has 10 siblings. An autistic sibling. Gloria has been on for 4 years. 4 years. The only relatives y'all have seen, and that's really because y'all brought y'all brought me out because I look just like her. On God. Y'all want to know when I was her sister because y'all can sit here and say she tried to sit here and hide us and do all this shit to try to save us. That bitch don't do shit for us. I haven't got a red cent. My brother, I got 2 siblings staying down there with her. 2 siblings. One of my brothers called my mama, asking her for $40 to pay his phone bill. You got Rambo riding in nice cars. That's not our cousin. He riding in nice motherfucking cars. You damn right I'm obligated to something. This bitch want to sit here and talk about us sleeping with red, and then she was telling the truth. You know, you used to be in the house. Flat air mattress, all this shit laying on the floor.
Damn, bitch, it was flat.
Mama used to cook us a big ass can of beans. No herb. And then y'all want to say, y'all said, how was our relationship before we started? Okay, it started from Gloss. That's how me and Gloria, we wasn't cool when she first hit, but it started from that Gloss bitch. And she ain't even cool with Gloss no more because Gloss is a motherfucking snake. That's how the shit started with Gloss. But we were still going to, family functions, you know what I'm saying? But we wasn't as close as we used to be because she was standing up for Gloss because Gloss was on some junky ass shit. Fuck. Oh God. And she don't even fuck with the bitch no more.
So let me ask y'all. Let me ask you a question though. You're saying that all the people that's apparently getting money from Glorilla, right? You have yet to answer the question though. What are they doing for her? Because I'm pretty sure I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, right? However, sometimes common sense got to come in, but I'm a person that I need the context behind everything. I'm not just gonna believe this and say, "Oh, well, damn, she giving everybody else money, but not her family." I'm pretty sure she got an agent. I'm pretty sure she got security that she got to pay for. I'm pretty sure she got a lot of she got lawyers that she got to pay for. I'm pretty sure she got a PR team that she got to pay for. Label deals that she got these labels that also taking money from her. So realistically speaking, she may not be packing like that. Let's look at it real quick. And listen, you gotta take this with a grain of salt too. Glorilla has estimated net worth of $5 million as of 2026. According to multiple sources, she rose to fame in 2022. So you take all of that into consideration, minus we ain't even mentioned taxes yet. So she also got to pay taxes on that $5 million. Let's just say that she got $5 million, because we know that ain't the truth. That they ain't gonna tell you how much she actually make. But let's just say $5 million. You still got to pay taxes. You got to pay lawyers, PR team, labels, agents, security, wherever home she stays at, and any other miscellaneous things that she probably got to pay on. And you telling me that she's obligated to pay you $30,000? $30,000. Wow. And then, mind you, that doesn't even say that if she might even have investments. Who knows? We don't know. But we just gonna go based off of the surface level things that you typically would have as an artist. Because the label that she signed to gonna take most of it. They got to make their money somehow. They got to make their money back. Let me see. Let me make sure before I put my own foot in my mouth. Let's see. Is Glorilla signed to a label? Let me see first. Before I put my foot in. Yep, CMG Records. She signed with Yo Gotti. So I know Yo Gotti getting some money up out of it. I know. So this is, man, boy, I'm telling you, it be the ones closest to you.
Now I'm sick of, you know what I'm saying? Y'all glorify this bitch. My mama still talk, mind doing the clock and motherfucking FedEx. Now, the rent shit was about a year or two ago. Gloria blocked my mama, had her going to go try to get a loan. Out of all my siblings, see, my mama got on her high horse, but Gloria was fucking with her. Gloria fucked with my mama. But that money got low. And when the money got low, Gloria got ghost. All of my siblings was not finished because my mama got on her high horse, was treating us like, you know what I'm saying, because Gloria was you beefing with your siblings for what? We ain't did shit to you. How why is you beefing with your siblings? It's 10 of us and you don't do nothing for none of us, bro. Come on, bro. And then y'all stupid motherfuckers on here talking about she not obligated to do shit for nobody. That bitch is obligated to do shit for all of us.
No, she not.
Fuck, that hoe obligated.
No, she not. No, she not.
Oh, geez, that hoe obligated to do something for every last one of us.
No, she not.
We see this motherfucker eat canned beans and shit on the floor. So literally taking baths out of bottles of water, bro. Literally taking baths out of bottles of water. Lights off. Fat ass rats. Roaches. All types of shit. How she ain't obligated to do shit for us? But you want to sit here and talk about our fuck. How the fuck she ain't obligated? That hoe is obligated. Motherfuckers like y'all let her believe she not. You sitting there got the other nigga riding around in cars and this is that and the third. Come on now, bro. That shit ain't right.
What's good,
I give a fuck about what.
So after doing a little research, I found out that 90% of the people that do watch my content, they aren't subscribers. Look, do me a huge favor, and it doesn't cost you anything. Go and hit the subscribe button right now, because then it tells me that you are gaining value from this content, as well as I look at it as an investment into the platform that allows me to continue to keep getting better and better with my content. So if you've gained any value here, go and hit the subscribe button right now. I appreciate you.
None of y'all motherfuckers gotta say. Oh my God, we sitting there when we didn't have the cans of beans to eat, we was eating ketchup sandwiches.
Buster boys.
Fuck, how you could have bought mine? I don't give a fuck. I'm obligated. And y'all talking about she really got the bitch ain't been giving me nothing, so why should I give a fuck now? Why should I give a fuck she ain't giving me shit now? It's been 4 years. How the fuck my brother staying down there calling my mama for $40 on the phone bill? My other sister staying down there trying to get some shit on Temu, and they staying with Glory.
What? What are we talking about? I'm sorry. What the fuck are we talking about right now? How is she obligated to pay y'all anything? Now, mind you, let me take a step back real quick. Let me be clear about this, right? When the Courtnee Edgar Show blows up, because it will, when we got brand deals rolling out the ass over here, and the numbers are going up, the subscribers, the watch time, the money on the back end, all that shit that we gonna be making, right? Not my brother, not my parents will call and ask me for anything. Nor would they look at me as, oh, he's obligated to pay us something. Not even my brother. He's like, oh, Dad, bro, you gotta owe me something, bro. Like, you obligated. No. However, on the contrary, because I'm very appreciative of my brother, my parents, I'm willing to break bread with family. I'm willing to give back to the family. I'm willing to do that. And I appreciate you, Danielle. I'm willing to do that. But I'm not obligated to do nothing. Absolutely not. Especially, and this only goes for family and really close friends. Close friends, family, and of course, immediate family, right? Anybody outside of that, nah. It's a no. Don't even think about it. Not cousins, nobody. Don't act like you obligated for shit, because I'm not obligated to do a damn thing. And even within the circle, I'm still not obligated to do it. But because that's not the person that I am, I'm gonna break bread with people. But no, I'm not obligated to do nothing. I'm not obligated at all. Let's get that shit correct. But in this instance, you got to be some sort of envious, jealous, hateful of the fact that if anything, you should be your sister's biggest fan right now. If you're not your sister's biggest fan, what you should be doing is finding the skill so that way your sister can fucking hire you, so you can go make bread and she can pay you, and then you can go give back to the other eight siblings that you got and your mom and daddy. That's what you could do. Go and develop a skill. Go and find something where she's lacking. Go find some shit. Go be a content creator for her. Go do something on the back end for her that can help her grow and help scale her and scale her brand. You can do that, but you're not doing that. But instead, you decided to go on TMZ, go on these live TikTok streams and talk shit about your sister. You supposed to be family. You think that she's fucked up. You more fucked up than her. You are more fucked up than her. because she got some sort of fame, that don't mean all y'all coming with her. Everybody can't go, bro. Everybody can't go. What you should have been doing right off the bat, like, oh shit, hold up. My sister, she out here, she a celebrity, she got this fame. Let me find something that I can do, or let me hit her up. Hey, sister, I love what you're doing. I love what you got going on. Listen, what skill do I need to learn, or what's something that I can do? That way I can rock with you and roll with you and get paid too, because I want to get paid too. I don't want to take away from you. I want to get paid. I want to do something that's valuable to you, that's going to help you grow, that's going to help you continue to keep rising to the top. How can I help you? But you ain't do none of that shit. And you talking about she's supposed to be obligated. Fuck out of here, man.
But she got all these motherfuckers around her. Sanchez wants you get your ass beat. And you brought her back. Sanchez wants you get your ass beat. Talk about that. When Kalia stomped your ass.
And now you're talking about fighting.
But you brought this bitch on the stage with you. Fuck. You want to talk about some shit? The Sanchez bitch? Yes. I'm talking about what the fuck I want to talk about.
Princess, don't be starting this.
But we not obligated. Y'all talking about you just could have reached out to her. How many times have I reached out? I reached out to this bitch twice. I reached out to this hoe twice.
In 4 years?
Twice.
In 4 years?
Got a brother working at TJX. I got a brother who been seeing this motherfucker man suffering. But you got the next nigga at weed farms and all this shit. You got the next nigga doing this. But you want to sit here and talk about our struggle. And bitch, you was not homeless. You was not homeless before you hit. Stop lying. You could have stayed with my mama or my daddy. You just wanted to be fucking all damn day. And they weren't going for that shit. Let's be real. You was not homeless. Fuck. Y'all glorify her ass though. Y'all glorify her ass though. And she ain't doing shit. My mama still bro. My mama still clocking the clock at FedEx, bro. On God. My dad is still struggling, bro. On God. She make them. I call this man right now. I call this man. This man ain't got no motherfucking money. But you retired them. You did not retire shit, bro. You left my mama out here. You left our mama out here. Fuck. You want to talk about some shit and you're damn right. And I'm obligated, bitch. All them other hoes obligated. Fuck. Yeah, I called this hoe. I'm like, Gloria, can you fuck with me? I text her. Ask her, can you fuck with me and give me some bread? But now I lost my job and shit. This motherfucking, she ain't respond. She ain't respond. Then I got robbed for being known as her sister. And I got robbed for my shit, because she ain't gave me shit. 4 niggas sat here and robbed me in Orange Mound because of you, bitch.
Well, where's she working at now? That's my question. Where you working at now? You must not be working. Because this not making sense to me, bro. This is not making sense at all. Y'all calling, needing help. Where you working at? What are you doing with your life right now? Instead of talking shit about your sister, instead of actually supporting her, putting out all the dirty laundry, regardless if she did it or not, that is not supposed to go in public. You are not supposed to be talking about that. It be your own people, dog. It be your own people. When they get a little hate and they get a little jealousy, all that envy kicks in, because like, how this bitch making and I did it. Instead of supporting, finding a way to latch on to her coattail. Like, hey man, listen, nigga, she opened the door. I gotta figure out how to get in there too. What can I do? And matter of fact, it ain't even about what can I do. Find this. There's always a way. There's always something that you can do to add value to somebody. There's always something. You just got to observe. You got to pay attention to what's going on. But you too busy out here being degenerate. You too busy over here with nigga got a whole fucking shiesty on. Y'all talking shit on. I'm pretty sure this is a TikTok live that you on. Y'all talking mad crazy about your sister right now. Mom Deuce over there going to work every day, and what? Dad done retired, so what? She bought him a Jag. It is what it is. What you should have did said, Dad, go sell that cost and then just break bread with everybody. No, y'all ain't obligated, bro. No, you're not. I don't care what you say. You're not obligated to. Now you over here begging? Nah, big dog. Ain't you talking shit on top of it? Nah, fam.
You ain't gave me a motherfucking thing. Nothing. You ain't got none of us nothing. The same motherfuckers who you was sitting there eating ketchup sandwiches with.
Ketchup sandwiches?
Fuck old man, if I got 500,000, bro, I'll at least give my siblings 10K a piece. On God. Why the fuck my mama gotta sit here and clock a clock? Let's talk about it. Oh, you is not who these folks think you is.
Because she got expenses, nigga. What you mean? You think, bro, y'all niggas is wild. Y'all really don't understand how money works for real. Y'all really don't understand that industry life either. She ain't independent, that's one. She signed to somebody. Nigga, however money you think she got, she ain't got that much. She don't. I'm pretty sure she got some. I'm pretty sure she's sitting on something. But you probably thinking that she's stacking. Excuse me. You probably think she's stacking. If anything, a lot of that shit is within her contract with CMG of all the things that she got to do when it comes to the tours, when it comes to showing up to different events. Nigga, she ain't paying out of the pocket for that shit. A lot of that stuff that she's doing, people invite her. It's an invitation. It's, hey, Glorilla, we love to have you here for X, Y, and Z. And it's probably part of the contract. Now, in some cases, yes, some people do pay her. Like, if you want me to show up here, you got to pay me X amount of dollars to get me do. In some cases, yes. And then in a lot of other cases too, a lot of these events are an invitation only, and she gets invited to these places. She got to pay hairstylists, travel hairstylists, clothing, fashion stylists. She got a makeup artist. She got to pay all these fucking people. Yo, all right.
Bro, like stop all the cap, bro. You is not who these folks think you is. And all Gloria, she putting up for me. That hoe ain't putting up for shit. Her ain't even put up for her own family, who she was struggling with. Then that Tula bitch want to sit here and wait.
Calm down. Turn me down. Turn me up.
Then you got the Tula bitch. You got motherfuckers who she fuck
right,
with. Sitting there talking about some, I wouldn't fuck with them either. I wouldn't fuck with you. Bro, if y'all came up in the fucking house, that was some real shit. Rats, roaches, carpet fucked up. You don't know how the fuck you getting your next meal. Mama struggling, lights off. Motherfuckers taking baths out of bottles of water. We came up off this shit on the west side, 3278 Don Road. All of us stayed in that motherfucking house. Man, I don't know, fool. You doing too much. All of us stayed in that motherfucking house, bro. And you want to sit here and talk about what we've been through? And they ain't reached back and helped none of us out? And you got stupid hoes like this Trinity bitch.
2,500.
She don't owe us shit. Oh, she owe us everything.
2,500.
Oh, we used to have days where we wasn't eating. But motherfucker ain't obligated. But you want to get on interviews and talk about the struggle. You want to talk about the struggle. But yeah, ain't one of us shining, fool. Ain't one of us shining. You got everybody else in this hole. You giving money out. You bringing motherfuckers back around. You done it cross you badly because Sanchez watch you get your ass beat. On God. Watch you get your ass stomped. And I remember when Kalia did this shit. She watched you. And you brought her back around. And she went live about you. And you brought her back around. She on the stage with you. How the fuck is that for her?
What Kalia with that ass? Let them know what Kalia.
The Kalia that brought her. Yup.
Kalia get van?
Yeah, good get van. Kalia the van. Clear, man. But you got Sanchez back around you. Like, bro, I'm just saying, a motherfucker come out some hate shit, bro. It's been 4 motherfucking years, bro. It's been 4 years. Then I'm just seeing motherfuckers like, no, bro, then mama sitting here in this whole struggle. Y'all thought she bought a house. She did not buy my mama no motherfucking house. Stop lying. She did not. She bought my daddy a house with his trick ass. And then he got the smallest house on the block. Fuck. Talking about she.
I'm sorry. When did beggars become choosers? So she bought Pops a Jag in a house. So that let me know who she fucking with and who she ain't. Cause she just said that she was fucking with him. She was fucking with the mom for a minute, giving her money until the mom got on her high horse, and then I guess Glorilla cut her off. So you mad? So here's the thing. You saying that both of your parents is broke. Could it be? I'm just spitballing here. You know what I'm saying? Just spitballing. Could it possibly be the money that Glorilla was giving the mom? Could it be that the money that Glorilla was giving the Pops? They probably just blew that shit. They probably just blew the money. Didn't invest it, didn't save it, didn't do nothing with it. They just blew it, had a good time. Because they've been working all their life, and I'm pretty sure they say, man, I deserve this. I deserve to treat myself. I deserve, y'all know how people be talking. It's kind of just like when you win the lottery, right? You win those multi-million-dollar lottery. Next thing you know, within the 2 to 3 years, you back broke again. Could it be? And now you got sister over here hating. I guess she's a twin sister. I don't know where she is, to be honest with you. But you got her over here hating. She pissed off because she ain't getting no money. Now she crying victim. Interesting.
Retired. That man retired on his own time, and she didn't retire shit.
2,500.
On God.
2,500.
Fuck.
2,500.
And now y'all know what Gloss did. How did she got? Man, so look, all of us been struggling. We was homeschooled. All of us staying in the same house, 3rd through 7th, they darn right homeschool, could not come out the fence. We could not come out the fence, bro. You remember? You remember, right? We could come out the fence. I used to sneak my best friend inside the motherfucking house. When all of us, when we got adult, we became adults. We was like stupid to the street life. We were stupid to like common sense because we was like segregated. We was in the house. My mama used to tell us, it's 10 of y'all better be each other's best friend. Oh God.
Fair. Which is fair.
Situation had came about where we ended up going to school because my mama used to beat the shit out of us. And you ain't finna beat the shit out of me while I'm hungry. So I'm finna call DCS on your ass. That's exactly what happened. When she talk about the 5th child, I'm the 5th child because I'm always been the outspoken one. But I was hungry, and you not finna whoop me for being hungry. Fuck.
Yeah, probably.
She used to beat the shit out of us.
True.
Oh God. So when she did all that shit, I called DCS. Yes, I called DCS. I called DCS on our mother. I got tired of getting whooped for a extension cord for petty shit, but we ain't gonna get too much into that. That's how we got in public school. That's the exact reason why we got in public school. When we got in public school, that's how we got open. We was lame as hell.
30K hoes.
We was lame as a motherfucker when we first was going to school.
Put that shit on the floor.
We was lame as a motherfucker when we first went to school. All of us. We weren't FUBUs. Payland shoes. You know. My friend right here, she took me lime or not. Oh God, that's how we got in the opening with that shit. I'm the reason this bitch who y'all clown, the reason why y'all think this bitch is who she is. What?
They say you still hungry. What the fuck?
Hell yeah. Said, where my shine man? Send me some chimes. Fuck, hell yeah, I'm still hungry. She ain't fucking with me. Help me get my teeth fixed, bitch. Fuck, help me. Fuck. Yeah, I'm still hungry. Okay. We end up going to public school. I did that shit. I went in state custody, blase, woo, woo, woo. I am going back to the house or whatever. We got put in public school. We got to taste of real life.
Look who showed up.
Because we were segregated in the motherfucking house. My mama, but we weren't stupid when it come to book smart. Like, man, we ain't know shit. I got my ass beating the motherfucking bathroom, getting put down the free money. Did I not?
What up, Joe?
Didn't know how to fight or shit. So then my mama I end up getting grown. Cause right now Gloria is what? How old that bitch here? Like 26. I'm 30. I was grown. So when I was grown,
oh, you big man, and you older. You 30 years old, and you big man at your baby sister. I got you, Joe. I hear you. You a big old 30-year-old big man at your little sister. You mad because your little sister got the shine and you didn't? That's what you mad at. That's what you mad at. You like, why her and not me? That's what it sounds like. Why her and not me? And it shows why. It shows exactly why. What you mean he? That ain't no he. That's not a he. That's a she. That's a she. That's why. It all starts to make sense. You know the phrase, you let them talk long enough, they'll reveal who they truly are.
I was at the house because I was constantly rebelling against my mama, all this shit, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. Glory. So I had a sibling on me that was Victor, Daniel, Gloria, Victor, Daniel, bro, come on, bro. Victor, Daniel, Gloria, and the rest of them. So when all that shit had happened, my mama could not handle by me going to the state. I was a daddy's girl. My daddy took me out the house. Him and my mama ended up breaking up after that shit. I was saying my fat, nasty ass Uncle Johnny with his fake motherfucking ass. And bitch, I'm expose you too. I was saying with his fake ass. I was saying with his daughter and all that shit. I was going through state. I was going from house to house to house to house. Gloria is not the only motherfucker that had struggles. Gloria wasn't even homeless. Well, let's talk about when you was 16, you was taking our daddy tags off his car because he wouldn't take you nowhere. Stop that shit, bro. Stop all this capping for the internet. Acting like, yeah, you not, bro. We're not no gangsters, hood, or none of that shit. We was brought up in church. On Jesus. Hold the fuck on then. Why you talking like that then? Well, why you talking like you hood, like you ratchet, like you ghetto? Why you doing that? Why you got all these tattoos then, huh? Why you got the lineup tattoo right here? Why you got the tattoo over your face? Why you got all that then? Why you looking like a whole YN out here in these streets? Talking about you brought up in the church, but yeah, you talking like you've been in the streets for the longest time. And that's probably why. And it's going to show, because didn't she say that she wasn't fucking with her? Didn't she say that Glow wasn't even fucking with her at a point in time? So that could be it. So she probably didn't fuck with you. So that's probably why you ain't getting nothing. And again, I'm gonna continue to keep saying it. You hooping and hollering over $2,500. $2,500. If anything, if you're gonna make all this noise, my G, you should at least be hollering for at least $100K, at least. But you said, all right, Joe. You said all 12 people, $2,500 a piece. That still don't add up to $100,000. I'm down reading the Bible. I know the Bible like the back of my hand. I don't know why I'm the way I am now, but that's just how it is. So when
Well, that
And
answers
my
that.
motherfucking ass, when I was out, so my mama started struggling back. My dad ended up leaving. He a sorry ass nigga. My dad is a sorry ass nigga. Hell, if he ain't with her, he don't want to help out with shit. He's sorry as hell. Yes. Edwin Woods is a sorry ass nigga. All y'all getting exposed. Say fuck you. Cause bitch, I was just in jail and the motherfucker ain't do shit. Let's talk about it.
Now again, let them talk long enough. More things get exposed. You was in jail. You got a lot going on in your life. You probably was around the wrong people. You had that envy in your heart. You had that jealousy in your heart. And so Glorilla removed herself. That's what it sounds like to me. So now you feel some type of way and you think that she should fuck with you because she used to do things when she was 16 years old. All of us did stupid shit when we were 16 years old. Even those who grew up in the suburbs, even those who grew up in a rich home, even those growing up in the hood, they do stupid shit at the age of 16. We all have done something dumb at the age of 18. At 16, I'm sorry. At the age of 16. And you mad. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, you came. We're gonna put everything on the floor. Fuck. He's a sorry ass trick. My daddy, yes. So when he ended up leaving, my mom was doing shit on her own. My mom was doing shit on her own. She started struggling. Lights started getting turned off. I was there partying when the lights were getting turned off and shit. We had rats. We had pregnant rats. The rats were fucking pregnant. And we used to feed the goddamn rats. We used to feed them.
So you was partying. You was out there partying, having a good time, while your mama's at home struggling. Now, let me say this for the record. Depending on your age, if you was a teenager, meaning, in between the ages of 13 all the way up to 18, and you're still in your mother's house. Now, one thing I would not say, you are not obligated to help your mom. You're not, because you are the dependent, supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You are the dependent. And you depend on your mom to take care of everything in the household because you are their responsibility. All right? However, on the contrary, while you was out there partying, lights were getting turned off. Considering the fact that you was of age and old enough to work, why weren't you doing that? Listen, bro, I'm just saying, I know things happen, but I gotta make sense. I gotta make sense of it. We don't know how old she was or wasn't. She said she was out there partying. She gotta make sense of the situation. But I said what I said, though.
Man, imagine you sleep in a big ass cockroach hitting you in the motherfucking face. Goy remember it, because she talks about it. She remember it.
Nicole, what did you say?
Damn, eating booty bread.
Booty bread?
Fuck, bro, y'all don't see, that's what I'm saying, though. Y'all gonna try to talk about motherfucking not obligated. Y'all don't know everything we've been through. Like, motherfucker was in that hole. Mama was strict as hell and not feeding us. The fuck?
Yeah, no.
You strict as hell and not feeding us, bro.
Yeah, no.
But I ain't saying this because she could. Well, she could have made a better life for her kids. She could have made a better life for her kids.
Not booty bread.
But we was like real deal in there. I'm talking about eat Taco Bell packets.
No.
Eat Taco Bell, eat ketchup packets.
Algorithm
yeah,
Jim.
all that. So, Glory, you know all this struggle we've been through. How
yes,
we
sir.
used to sit here and
What's
hate
up,
our
my guy,
mama, fool. Because not only would she take care of us, when she fell down hard times, she had so many kids, but then she was segregating us. You know that. And we got out of there because of what I call DCS. That's how the fuck we got out of there. We're going to be anything. We're going to be for real. Yes. And your sorry ass dad the one doing shit. He knew the lights was out over there. Just because him and my mom had shit going on, he ain't pay no motherfucking bills. But man, y'all don't know, man, water heater out. All that shit got to boil water and put it in the tub to take a bath. Glory, you know about that shit. But we had to eat beans and oatmeal. And she not obligated to do shit for us. She not obligated to do nothing for us. Walk around with Payless shoes. My mama sitting here getting all the motherfucking foods out to the pastor because she fucking them. You want to really talk about it? And you struggle with us? And you don't be. Like, come on now. And I don't give a fuck about what none of y'all dicks saying. Fuck you too. I mean, yeah, fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck about what none of y'all gotta say. Cause the fuck I'm getting tired of shit. Okay. We forgave our mama that shit. My mama was struggling so motherfucking bad. She had to, it was Victor, Daniel, Gloria, Miracle, and Joshua. 5 kids. 5 kids. My mama was struggling so bad, they going to school. Man, I'm talking about damn near smelling because we ain't got the water heater out. The MLG&W, all the lights off and shit. She dropped them off at my daddy's job. She dropped them off at the post office while everybody glorifying him. Even like, first of all, let me go ahead and put this on the table. I ain't gonna lie, I love my mom to death, but it really fucked my daddy. God let 2 idiots have kids. They was just laying up in that motherfucking heat fucking. God let 2 fucking idiots have kids. A lot of them. Kids they could.
Boy. Fam.
What?
Yeah.
Man, hell no.
That nigga crazy.
Bro, this shit wild as hell. I still stand 10 toes on what I said before. Glorilla is not obligated to nothing. She's not. I don't feel bad for you. I don't. You making the situation worse for yourself. Because you getting out here screaming, hooping, and hollering. It just looked like jealousy. It looks like that same shit we see on all movies. That one person make it, then you got the people who want to bring you back down. They want to try to bring everything out that you used to do. Talk about everything that you used to do, how you used to be. People want you to be the same person that you were at the age of 16. Now you 10 years later, now you 26, you moving different. They expect you to be the same person. You remember back then when you were 15, you used to do this? Okay, and what, my nigga? I'm 26 years old now. Am I supposed to be doing the same fucking thing at the age of 15 that I am at 26? Make it make sense to me, bro. You mad over $2,500. $2,500. You mad at $2,500. You feel me? God ain't got nothing to do with this. God ain't got nothing to do with it. And you out here going on TMZ. You out here going on all these different platforms, out trying to out everybody. Thinking you still finna get some bread. Boy, you better sit your ass down somewhere. That's a fact. You better sit the fuck down somewhere. Just stop. But this is why though. This is the reason. This is the reason you can't take everybody with you. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies close, and 9 times out of 10, your enemies are the ones that's the closest to you. Your enemies are the closest ones to you. That's crazy, bro. That shit don't make no sense to me. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Bull City says the clean house and roaches are less likely to crawl all over you. Living nasty has consequences. That's a fact. And clean that shit up. You better go get them. Listen, you better go get them bug bombs. Put them holes in every ounce of the house. Cover up all the essentials. Leave the house for a few hours. Kill all bugs in that bitch. Then, after you get done doing that, then you deep clean that motherfucker. You deep clean. Guarantee you won't be seeing no bugs for a while. Guarantee it. And then what you do, you go to the store, you go and get you some of that bug spray to spray on the outside too, to keep them from getting in. Spray all the outside, spray around the crevices, spray around the windows, spray near the little opening areas and shit, spray around everywhere. Making sure the bugs don't get in. Be the cleanest house, be about the cleanest non-roach, non-rat having this house in the hood. You hear me? Then you want to get, and then guess what? You go and get you some fruit, some lemon, go and build up a concoction and boil them fruits to get that house and that aroma smelling real good. Hey man, I'm telling you. John 998 James says that's a very inefficient way of taking a hot bath. Yeah, that's true. God got nothing to do with this. Facts. Tahonga says, so busy crying over Glow that chick needs to get the hell and go. What you crying to for? Yeah, what you crying for? Facts. What up, Spaces? What up, my guy? What's good with you? Facts. Get up and get yourself instead of crying. Yep, I agree. Instead of doing all that hooping and hollering, because guess what? TMZ was able to get in touch with you. What you should have been doing is hitting up your sister. Like, listen, I've been working on these skills. Listen, if you need help in any kind of way, I can help you in this area. Like, instead of crying, bro, add value. Y'all niggas just want handouts, bro. What happened to just adding value? What happened to, hey man, let me do this for you? What happened to, hey, listen, I've been paying, I'm just gonna use it as an example, right? I'm not saying that's a skill that she can go into, but it's just something that a lot of people can relate to, right? Why not look at what she's doing? Like, hey, look, Lo, I see your social media presence is kind of lacking. You know what I'm saying? I see you got it, but I think your social media can be a lot better. And here's what I've been doing. I've been doing X, Y, and Z. Listen, here's a couple examples that I got for you just in case, you know what I'm saying, just for reference. This is what I've been doing. This is my work. Let me send it to you. I may be able to add some value to you. Boom, you show it to her and she said, oh, damn, this shit dope. She might want to hire you. Guess what? Now you end up getting paid. Instead of sitting up here crying, going to TMZ talking about $2,500. $2,500. That's crazy. Or you could find a way to make her more money. Find a way. Listen, Glow. I've been doing all this. I got a couple brands for you. They willing to pay you X amount of dollars. All you gotta do is show up. All you gotta do is X, Y, and Z. I've been reaching out to people for you. All I ask for is a referral fee. That's it. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's many things that you can do. You out here crying and begging. You out here crying and begging because you envious. Y'all be doing the fucking most, man. Y'all be doing the fucking most. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Listen, if you haven't tapped into the Patreon, be sure to tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments. Also, make sure you support the channel too. Super chats. Make sure you support the channel. All right. So, what we got next? What do we have next? What do we have? Are we done on this one? I think we're done on this one. Let me go to this next one. Yeah, we are. So let's go to this next one. Let's go ahead and die. I'm about to dive in. Oh. Let's see.
With another?
Nah, I don't want that one. All right, so that's the one I wanted to dive into. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's see. Give me a second, y'all. Is it? No. All right, here we go. All right, so I want to dive into this Bud Crawford. I want to dive into this Bud Crawford and Channing Crowder situation on the pivot. Channing Crowder said some wild shit today. Well, not today. He said some wild shit. He said some wild shit in regards to the money. And he basically said, listen, bro, I sell my own. I'm not going to say it, but he said, I would sell my own for $100 million. And Bud Crawford had something to say about it and had Channing Crowder biting his tongue. All right. So we're going to go ahead and dive into it. And then I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on it. All right. So let's go ahead and rock out. Oh, shut up.
For us. So I'm cool with passing the torch.
And bro, you say you did all that work your whole life, undefeated, but you grind to feed your kids and to make better for your family. I always say everything got a price. Because people say like, I love my dog, I get $100. No, I get $1,000. No, I get $100,000. Hey, you can have him. Like, my thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
That's you.
Nigga, what? Sir, hold on, bro. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me start a little sooner because
I left the sport in the right, hands of these young generations of fighters. And sometimes you get these old fighters that can't just let the light dim. Mm-hmm. They want to hold on to it. I never was that type of person to be like, I want all the attention. I want that light on me because I'm the champion. Right. No, like pass it down, He's the next up. Let's talk about the next generation, because that's how the sport gonna grow. Right. Is us paying homage to the ones before us and us, passing the torch to the ones after us. So I'm cool with passing the torch.
And bro, you say you did all that work your whole life, undefeated, but you grind to feed your kids and to make better for your family. I always say everything got a price. Because people say like, I love my dog, I get $100. No, I get $1,000. No, I get $100,000. Hey, you can have him.
No.
My thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
I'm gonna get him though.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
That's you. Now we know your character. Sometimes, you look at people and you be like, dang, man, you ain't got no dignity. You ain't got no morals. Like, come on, man. Like, what you gonna stand for if everything is about money? Like, I never was in a sport because of money. Of course, I was in a sport to make money, but I wanted to be a world champion. Yeah. I wanted to do something that I set my sights out to do as a little boy. And money wasn't the motivation. Me being a world champion was the motivation. Me accomplishing all the things that I've accomplished along the way on my journey, it was extra credit. It was extra credit because it's coming from the hood. It was like, man, I just want to be a world champion because that's just my dream. So when I became a world champion, it was just like, man, all this other stuff is like a cherry on the top. Like, you know what I mean? I did what I set my sights out to do. Wow. It was evident that I wasn't gonna let nothing stand in the way of me accomplishing that goal in my life. I was just like, my mom telling me all the time, you need to get a plan B. You need to go to school. Man, you know me in school don't rock. What I'm going to school for?
Y'all lay tight.
I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna get in the fight. I'm getting kicked out of college. Like, I'm what? In school?
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna make this work. I used to tell her, I'm gonna make this work. It ain't no other way.
Yeah.
It's either this, dead, or jail. Like, it's no other way. Like, this is gonna work. It have to work. I got too many people riding on me. Like, it's going to work.
That's
like,
a fact, Bull City.
I'm taking it.
Bull City, that's a fact. A championship boxer, listen, can check your character, and not even the NFL linebacker gonna say, like, hold on, big dog, what you mean? Oh, what you trying to say, homie? Man, you ain't finna step to him, dog. That man to put them paws on you, dog. It's a world champion you talking to. And so yeah, you just gotta eat. Listen, you just gotta eat that. You just gotta listen, bro. You just gotta eat that.
You hear what you're saying out loud?
Serious today, but that was crazy.
I'm not
that was
feeding.
crazy.
I'm not feeding. I'm not feeding.
That shit wild though. But it's factual though. But here's the crazy part though. Here's the sad part. A lot of people would actually do what Channing Crowder said. There are a lot of people who have done it, who are doing it right now. They're selling their souls for the dollar. They're willing to do any and everything in order to get a dollar. Any and everything. They're willing to give up their morals, their values, just because somebody threw, listen, man, I'm gonna give you this. Listen, I'm gonna throw you 100 mil. You could be the richest, the most famous, X, Y, and Z. 100 mil. All I ask for is your soul. Now you done turned your life over to the devil. You out here doing egregious shit, not realizing that you just signed a contract, you just made a deal with the devil. You out here doing crazy shit, looking wild out here in these streets. Then when it gets all your morals and values in life, over $100 million. Can't sleep peacefully at night. Now you out here taking drugs. You out here doing all kind of drugs to get rid of the pain, to get rid of the thought of what you did, what you sacrificed for $1. And even on the smaller scale, there are people right now, you can go on the street right now and say, hey man, what would you do if I said I'll give you $10 million right now? Motherfucker say, man, I would do anything. Nigga, you tell me to jump, I'm gonna ask you how high I need to jump in order to get that $10 million. It's crazy. That's the thing. That's what's happening with the Diddy parties. A lot of it. You gotta pay the piper. The chickens gonna come home to roost, Bobby Boucher. Chickens gonna come home to roost. What up, KD?
That's how my mentality was. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody do. This is gonna work because I can control it. If I can't control it, if I gotta depend on somebody else, then that's one thing. But this right here, it's in my hands. Nobody else's. Like, nobody. Like,
you know what? I agree with that. I agree with that too. And to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why I'm so hell-bent on my channel. Right? Now, of course, you know, I don't need to leave my job in order to have the life or to get the platform that I need. I can grow it and build it over time without having to jeopardize my job and make sure that all the bills and everything are paid, right? I don't need to do that. But that's the focus right here. Outside of making sure the bills are paid, this channel is the focus. This channel is the most important thing. We're not veering off to anything else. We're not like, oh well, let me take 10% focus off of this and go focus on this. No. This is the channel. This is the thing that we're focused on. This is the thing that we're focusing on building. This is what we're focused on.
So when I go in that ring, I don't care if you train me like Mike Tyson, Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson. It's on me to go out there and perform. It's on me to beat you as a man.
Facts.
So if I can control that, it's on me.
Facts.
So I knew in my heart and in my mind, like, hey, when in doubt, it's gonna be me against you. And I always said that, even as a young fighter, and they asked me, you know, how do you see this going? Or what if this happened? I said, man, listen, when in doubt, he gonna have to kill me. Cause he might got a plan B, but I don't. So that's just it.
That's why you undefeated, because they had to kill you?
Man, they gonna have to kill me.
Something you said stood out to me. You said it was either this, which is boxing, dead, or in jail.
City. Yep.
Why did you feel like those were the only 3 options for you?
Because I felt like I was too small for football. I was too short for basketball. I wasn't smart in school. I wasn't the brightest kid. You know, so it's like, what else you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, when I'm looking back at my life, it's like, what else would you have been good at? I had the drive, but I didn't have a mindset. You know, I didn't have the fortitude to be like, hey man, go up and take on culinary arts or something like that. And I'm thinking boxing, I'm thinking fighting, because I had so much aggression in me. It's like, you don't like authority, you don't like taking orders. So where are you gonna go to build a career at that time in your life? So it's like, you're gonna be hustling in the streets. That's it. So it's like, nah, it's boxing. That's what it is. It's boxing. Boxing saved my life. Boxing kept me, you know, sane, because I love to fight. I want to fight. Like, you know, you say something crazy, are we going to fight? Like, everything was about fighting, you know? So it was just like, yeah.
I'm smart enough to know that I'm not the toughest man in the world. I played a tough man sport in a tough way, but I don't walk around and be like, yeah, you know, you say something like I'm gonna fight, because I look at some people and I'll be like, I'm gonna lose that fight. I think, and I've said this, I think you and John Jones are the 2 scariest people in the world based on pound for pound, right? I've seen you wrestle. Like, I've seen you do everything. And like, me and you text and I mess with you, like, I want some smoke. Just know I be joking. Like, right? Just know that. But you talked about—
No, that's fact. That's facts though. That's facts though. And I rock with Crawford on that. You know, he already knew what he wanted. He already knew what it was. You know, he was self-aware. He was like, listen, bro, I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. Sometimes that happens for people, man. Sometimes that happens for people. They just have that unwavering belief. Some things just happen for them. And they just continue to stick it out. No matter what they got to go through to get to it, they're going to get to it. But as far as that, selling your soul for a price, again, there are a lot of people that will. There are a lot of people that will do it. And let's make sure that we're 100% clear. Some of it is enticing. It's like, oh shit, 100 mil, man. Think about what I can do. Nah. We ain't doing the NBA trade segment, man. We aren't. A lot of people would definitely do it. They'll say, fuck all the morals, I can make it up on the back end. But right now, I need this money now. I need my money now because I'm struggling. I'm tired of being where I'm at. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. I don't know when this opportunity is going to present itself again. I don't want to wait. I don't want to continue to keep grinding. I'm tired of grinding and I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor. I'm sick of it. Listen, I'm going to take this 100 mil and I'm going to zip the fuck off. And whatever obstacle that comes with this 100 mil, I'm just going to have to go through it. No matter what that does to me or my life. A lot of people are willing to go through it. And we see it on a day-to-day basis. But that don't mean I ain't saying I'm gonna do it though. Nah, we good. It ain't that serious. If you ask me, say, hey, Courtney, listen, bro. I can give you $100 million right now. I'm talking about in cash in your hand. You show me the money. But there's some things, but you just got to do this thing for me. What's that thing? Does it require me losing my morals? Does it require me losing my values? Does it require me losing my beliefs? Does it entail any of those things? And anything else that I believe in that's going to go against what I believe in, my thoughts, my process, my creativity, all that. Well, you know, you got to come over here to the dark side. Nah, I'm good. Oh, so you rather be at 3 million? Yep, I'd rather be at 3 million than 100 million. That means I'm still doing better than most. I'm good. It sounds good. It sounds good. That 100 million sounds phenomenal. But I'm good. I'm straight. Because I don't know what that entails. I don't know what has to be sacrificed, who has to be sacrificed. Nah, I'm good on that. I don't need that burden on my soul and my spirit. I'm straight. You got it though. Do your thing, big dog. Find somebody else. Cause I ain't the one. You feel me? I ain't the one. But shout out to Crawford though for standing on business though. Shout out to Crawford. Shout out to Crawford. Oh, listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. If you want to support the channel, please hit the super chats, dog. Hit the super chats. All right, so what we got next? Oh, yeah. Wow, that's gonna be a good one.
Did we do it?
Should we? You know what? I think I'm gonna do it like this first. I'm gonna go there and then we can finish off with Pop the Balloon. We'll do that. But yeah, let's go over here to this Shannon Sharpe and Joe Budden conversation. I'm not gonna spend a long time on this because it's already diving into the money segment, the money part that I want to talk about, that I actually want to dive into a little bit, because it kind of has a lot to do with content creation and deals, money, things like that. So I think this is very informative in the sense of being able to talk about this. And I think as though it gives us some good insight, right? Because mind you, Joe Budden been doing this podcast shit for a long time already. He's not a new face. He's been doing this for a minute. I'm talking about a whole ass minute. You hear me? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and dive into it, and then I will give my thoughts and opinions in between. All right. So let's go ahead and rock out.
We do you right?
Janet, thank you for having me.
You remember we were just talking about, you was like, man, I ain't been in the business that long. I said, well, okay, I gave you a couple extra years, but you're like, started playing in the back of your head. You're right.
No,
you're right.
And then as I'm listening to your introduction, I'm like, man, it has been a long traveled road.
Oh, hell no.
Man, let's look here. You do what you did. That number's a little, that's Shea by Laportier.
Okay.
You want to do the water?
Well, no, because I'm drinking water, but I'll toast with you.
Where?
There we go. My man.
Bro, you shook up the internet when you I don't know if you accidentally or intentionally, you was trying to show, look, I'm doing this thing my way, and you accidentally leaked that you make X amount of $100,000 million a month. What were you hoping to do in the process of doing that? Did you want to show like, look, you can do it on your own? Or what was the purpose of you doing what you did on IG?
Well, the message is always that you can do it on your own, for as many people that want to hear that. In that moment, I was just tracking the growth.
Yes.
I was sitting there just like I said, it's been a road long traveled.
Right.
So I think it was the impressions is what I was trying to highlight. It was some around.
You forgot to block the other part out, huh?
No, you know what? We blocked it, but we old dinosaurs. So they unblocked it.
Damn.
They unblocked it, and I got a lot of phone calls, but God is in charge. So ultimately, a lot of good came from it. And again, we sharing information. It's not meant to be gatekept.
Let's get this. What made you decide to go to Patreon? Because there are a lot. I mean, you're on YouTube audio. You got Apple. You got your platform is vast, and so you got a lot of different people can consume the Joe Budden podcast on a lot of different platforms. Why was it so important for you to go that route?
At the time, that was we had a high belief in ourselves and what we had accomplished at Spotify previously.
Okay.
And we had a lot of data that told a story. So at the end of the term, you know, you can listen to all the offers in the field, which we did. We listened to everybody. But ultimately, where would I be the happiest? One, where could I be paid? Where could I celebrate in the growth of my own show without having to ask anybody? I mean, that's always just the most important.
Did you feel like if you had taken one of these deals, they were going to, then they feel like they can, what Joe Budden can talk about, how Joe Budden can move the show, the growth of the show, because you move as you want to, because you are the sole proprietor, you're the sole owner of the show. So if you want to add somebody under your umbrella, I can do that without having to ask for permission.
Well, you know what, anybody we partnered with, they never really tampered with the creative.
Yes.
In that, right? But when you're just learning, right? And at every turn, what I was learning about how podcasters would be paid and how advertising worked and CPMs and all of this other shit. I never jived.
Know about them CPMs and them RPMs, boy. When I found out about them CPMs and RPMs, things changed for me. You hear me? Things changed for me in the way that I'm approaching YouTube. You understand me? That's probably outside of watch hours, CPMs, RPMs. It's the way to go. It's the way to pay attention. It's the way to angle your channel so that way you can get or extract a lot of money out of YouTube.
With any of it.
Right.
I never jived with any of that. And I was able to, because my show was so large, you know, kind of have my own say in things. So at Complex, it was Complex negotiating the advertisement deals with their sales teams, and whatever the tiny bump was in my contract is as much as I'd be able to participate, even though the ad was contingent upon my participation.
Correct.
Big problem for me.
Yeah.
Big problem for me.
Because you doing all the work. You doing all the ad reads. People want to hear Joe Budden. They want to hear your voice. It's not the same as them just implanting it in there. They want to hear Joe read that.
And that's the part that often gets twisted up when I say that. This is only applicable if your replacement list is short, because they can always replace you.
Correct.
They can always replace you.
Yes.
But I mean, it's my job to make it damn hard for them to do that.
Right.
At Spotify, it was more the same with the advertisements for us. We were getting bunched in with whatever thousands of shows.
Right.
Well, we were one of the first, one of two. And then we got bunched in with all of these thousands of shows that y'all shopped and came back and spread out that doesn't jive. I don't jive.
Right.
I don't jive with that.
You're the most popular.
I don't jive with that.
You're the most popular. You're the biggest. But you want us, these other mini shows, you give us a tiny bump, but it's like, this is not market. I want to be market. I want to be a free agent, because free agency is I can get what the market bears and not just bunched in because I'm under this umbrella.
Well, and now you're taking it to the next point, which is you go kick ass at whatever the place is, you name it. And then at the end of the term,
good question, Bull City. So CPM is cost per mil. So that basically means how many impressions you get per 1,000 views, right? And RPMs means pretty much revenue per mil. So basically how much you're actually making per 1,000 views. So that's the difference between the two. So CPM is think of impressions. Impressions you get per 1,000 views. Red RPM is the money that you actually make from the 1,000 per 1,000.
You have to negotiate the value of it.
Yes.
And a lot of times y'all are in charge of dictating what that looks like on your consumer face. I don't jive with that. I don't jive with that. I never jive with that. So Patreon for us was the best because we were able to get equity. We were able to participate in the growth of this partnership. And it was able to just put it in the hands of me and my family.
Another important thing too is sponsors, brands. They're really good. I'm in the business. I'm actually in motion talking to some people right now, emailing a few, you know what I'm saying, just getting the name out there, because we're still a smaller channel. Well, I ain't gonna even put in quotation, we are a smaller channel, still growing. But here's the thing. There are a lot of companies that are looking to work with smaller creators, right? Because a lot of times, a lot of brands aren't looking for you to, get my affiliate link or, use the promo code. A lot of them, they want to work with you because they align with the brand and where you're going. So they're willing to invest in you now because they see a long-term partnership. So those are things that you can also look into as well. So you don't need to be at 10K subscribers, 50K, 100K subscribers. Hell, you can be at 1,000. Hell, probably even 500. But of course, you gotta have some receipts in order for them to see, like, okay, so this is his audience. This is his demographic of people. This is how many views this person gets within the last 28 days, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you don't need to wait to become a super famous YouTuber or wait for a video to go extremely viral. You don't need all of that. So just food for thought.
Yes, which has always been the case from day one.
Right.
I always want to do that.
Were you one of the first to be on Patreon?
No, not on Patreon.
Shout out to the Patreon.
On Patreon, I wasn't one of the first. Patreon's been around for a while. Before I signed my Spotify deal, Patreon was around.
Okay. But you didn't really know anything about it because the podcast space, I've only been in it for like 5 years, Joe. And so I remember CJ, who's my producer, he was at Fox because I got into this because Fox wrote it into my deal. And so even though I had it in my deal, we weren't doing anything. COVID happened.
I hit 2K. What we in February? Bro, I hit 2K early January sometime. Something like that. Mid-January, I think. Mid-January.
They was like, well, we would like to, because we got it in your deal, we'd like for you to do a podcast. So I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? There's like, and CJ was like, well, call the most famous people in your phone and ask if they would really be willing to come on the show. Now, at that time, there was no in-person, so we had to do everything virtually. Hell, I had Floyd Mayweather, had Snoop Dogg, had Ice Cube, had Rick Ross, had this one and that one. And so that's how I started. But I was like, this ain't nothing. He said, no, there's money in it. I said, well, they ain't tell me nothing about no money. They just say I need to do this because it was written in my contract.
And they wouldn't.
And so, but I did go back. I said, look, if I ain't say CJ because CJ was an employee of Fox, so I didn't want to get him in trouble. I said, but I think there's money in this. The only person I knew that was getting money in podcasting was Joe Rogan at the time because he was so big.
Yeah.
But I was like, Joe Rogan. So what's the money? And then once you start doing it and you start doing a lot of things on your own and you start see like, hold on, there's the YouTube and then you get the programmatic for the ads that they place, that you can place ads yourself.
Yes.
You can. I like, there really is money in this.
It's a whole other world.
Hence, matter of fact, that's key for me to play this video right now.
What's good, y'all? So after doing a little research, I found out that 90% of the people that do watch my content, they aren't subscribers. Look, do me a huge favor, and it doesn't cost you anything. Go and hit the subscribe button right now because then it tells me that you are gaining value from this content, as well as I look at it as an investment into the platform that allows me to continue to keep getting better and better with my content. So if you've gained any value here, go and hit the subscribe button right now.
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up, because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
That's what they're talking about right there. You can implement your own ads too, literally own ads. So sometimes if I just don't want to say, you know, in the middle of the video, hey, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, go and subscribe, right? Boom. My own personal ad. Then on the second one, that's the link to, that's me doing a promo for my Earn While You Save book, which is also in my Patreon. So make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments. All right. So that's one of the things that they're talking about as well. And it can do you a big thing, especially if you're trying to sell something or if you want to host a webinar. Many people do this too. Many people. If you go look at guys like Omar El Takrari, Diary of a CEO, he does this. Who else? There's a few other people that actually put their own stuff. Cody Sanchez, she does it. You know, when she talks about what events are coming up, they do it. Marvin Golden does it. So these type of people, they put it actually within their content. So therefore, they don't only just, they can sell their own products, but as well as you got automatic ads that play in your videos as well. So
it's a whole other world out here.
But as you said, that was not something they were going to tell me.
Yup. AD does it too. So yeah, AM does it. Yup, facts.
Oh no, hell no, they wouldn't tell you that. No way.
But you said they gave you an equity stake in Patreon. So is that what you look for when you look to do any partnership? Are you looking for an equity stake, or are you just looking to take the money up front?
I'm never looking to just take the money up front.
Yep, okay. Angry Man does it. Yep,
we would have advanced conversations in the background. Right. I'm not saying that no deal can get done without me having equity.
Shout out to Angry Man.
I asked for it today.
Right.
Because the
Angry Man need to pull up over here and say what up. You know what I'm saying? AD do too. Last time AD showed up over here, I think I was at like, what was I? I think I was at like 500 subs. But shout out to AD though, bro.
And the podcast community is its own economy, and I've seen the effect of what a partnership does. Mm-hmm. We were at Spotify before they went public. We understood what they were trying to do at the time to funnel money away from the music business, and podcasting played a really pivotal role. That's why I never want to undersell it, because it is low budget, or the word podcast
somehow it's developed a negative connotation, Joe. Why is that?
And you know what? And I listen, when I started, it was a negative connotation.
Yes.
They kicked my ass for it, but it does today. It's stigmatized. They do tend to hear that word and kind of just compartmentalize it, put it in its own space.
Because a lot of
that's why I don't call this a podcast. That's why I don't call this a podcast. I call this a media platform. I call this a production company. This is a production company. This is a media company. This is not a podcast. It's a Courtnee Edgar Show. So I don't look at it as a podcast. It's a media program, media platform, production platform.
The big, like A-list celebs, they look at podcasts like, that ain't no real TV show. But if you look at Netflix is starting to get involved in podcasting. You saw Amazon get involved in podcasting. You see these big conglomerates.
Listen,
if it wasn't what is growing, they ain't wasting no time with.
Yeah, because y'all saw Netflix. They just did a deal with the Breakfast Club. So they know that there's money there, because it comes with an audience. It comes with an audience. You tapping into a different audience. Yes. So it's like, okay, so we tapping into their audience. Let's bring their people over here to our platform, to the people, the listeners and watchers. Let's bring them over here to our streaming platform and all of their audiences. We're bringing them over here. Smart move by Netflix. Real talk. Hell, think about it. Even Pop the Balloon did that shit. But then I haven't seen them do the show. But I think they did like a season or something like that. But it was kind of corny. I only seen clips of it. I didn't see the whole thing. But it looked kind of corny. And from my point of view, I was like, why would you do that though? When you at that big of a platform, when you got that big of a platform and it's yours and y'all created that shit, why would you go and do that? Because here's the thing. When they did that, when they went over to Netflix, then they had a whole bunch of shit going on. When people were doing reaction videos, and if you wanted to do a reaction video to Pop the Balloon, you had to sign up to some shit. It's like, bro, for real? Like, do y'all not know whether it's negative or positive, you're getting more visibility. And that money's going to y'all. You don't have to share that money with Netflix, or you don't have to share your audience with Netflix. That's your people. Why you gave that up? Because I'm pretty sure you making a bag without Netflix. The views that you gonna get on a regular day basis, brands and sponsorships that you gonna get that people want to tap into because they was already doing Fashion Over. And I'm pretty sure there was more companies willing to invest in it. Like, come on, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't the same as the internet show. That's what I'm saying. You feel me? It wasn't the same. I said this shit look kind of corny. It looked kind of scripted. It looks too scripted. Looks too corny. Looks MTV-ish. I ain't like that.
Long before Netflix, some of the shows that would pop up on these streaming apps, television shows, would be modeled or based around a podcast.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times on Hulu it would say inspired by this podcast, or would start with a podcaster. So it was broad, and television shows would even make mention of things that they would hear on the podcast. Right. But you're right, how it's looked at and what people get when they hear that word, it's still, because nobody really knows how anybody's getting paid from it.
Right.
I think that has a large part to do with it too. All you ever hear, I mean, today you hear all of these numbers. So people know that there's a way to get paid.
Correct.
But they can't figure out how.
They don't really know how to get started. And then a lot of people just think, well, Joe Budden making 20 million, I should make at least 15. They don't understand. You didn't start out making 20 million. There is a gradual process, but everybody wants to skip the process. Not Joe. Everybody just wants to go straight to being the CEO. Don't nobody want to clean. Don't nobody want to work the desk job. Nobody wants to work the mail room. And it's like, man, all you do.
And that's where I'm at right now. So this is why, and this is something, and now all you podcasters, listen to me right now. You can't compare yourself to guys like Shannon Sharp, to the Joe Buddens, to the Joe Rogans, and all of these celebrities who already had a brand, who already had a following of people in their respective sports or whatever they were doing beforehand, that then jumped into podcasting. You can't compare yourself because they were already well known. They were already well known. You're coming into this shit fresh, from scratch, from zero. Don't nobody know you from a can of paint. So you have to build that authority. You have to build that brand up and who you are. You have to constantly keep being in people's faces. Eventually, they're going to see you, bro. Eventually, they're going to see you. You just got to keep working. At this time, if you're anywhere between shit, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're under 500K, you need to be working. That goes for me too. Under 500K, you got to be working. You got to be grinding. This ain't time to quit your job. Nope, don't quit your job. Don't quit your day job. Find time where you can be consistent on putting out the content. Be consistent. Be consistent. Consistency doesn't mean, well, I need to post 3 to 4 times a day, or I need to post 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, or I need to make sure I post this, or I need to go live every single day. If you got the capacity to do that, do it. However, if you can only put out a post once every week, stick to that one post every single week. Every single week. Do not fucking miss. I know guys right now, I know podcasters right now, I know content creators right now that post 1 day a week. They post one time a week. They do a video or they do interviews. They do that shit one time a week. And they post once a week. And they get crazy views off of that one post every week. So no, you don't have to show up every single day. You don't. You just have to make the quality content, and you have to be consistent on those days. Consistent, and your shit gets, and your content gets better over time. I'll give you an example. One of the things I like to do, I like to always go back and look at somebody who's really successful right now in podcasting, right? Or YouTube creation. I always like to go back to their first video. I always do it. I always go back. I'm like, okay, this person that's at 500,000, or this person that's at 10K, or this person that's at a million subscribers. I always like to go back to that first ever video that was ever created, and the difference between their first video to their 100th video to their 1 million subscribers. It's like night and fucking day. It's like, bro, that shit was trash. The quality of the video was garbage. The audio was crazy. But you got to start somewhere. Then even if you're looking at people that's at 200K subscribers, some of them still got some trash content. It's like, dog, what is this shit? Why your video sound like that? Why the quality of your video look so dingy? Or why does your audio sound so like you talking on a speakerphone or some shit? But yet, people rock with them. And so that goes to let you know you don't need to have the most updated videos or cameras or the dopest microphone. You don't. You really don't. You just got to make sure that the content is good. People understand who you are and what you're talking about. They understand what you're about. And then, of course, you just got to continue to keep showing up and then creating that community of people that rock with you. Simple as that.
It's work. And so when they come, I'm sure you've heard it. They come to you, man, got this idea, want a podcast. I say, so how often you want to do it? Well, I just want to shoot like 10, 12 episodes a year. What?
Yeah.
And so you think that's going to work? You want 10 to 12 episodes a year, but you want how much?
That part. How much money do you want for those 10 episodes?
I'm like, bro.
That's why I don't even know how to like give advice anymore, because and I do it week to week, different podcasts.
Yeah.
And we have to talk. But sometimes those talks are a brother on episode 8 saying, well, where's the money at and how do I get paid? And I'm like, it may be a path for that, but that wasn't my way.
No.
I did this for years for free. A lot of that, I did this when a lot of the thoughts and ideas we had were way ahead of the technology, and we had to just wait for everybody to catch up. We had to wait for the ad agencies to catch up. We had to, so yeah, I don't know how to get paid by episode 8. I don't.
Right. There is no money in episode 8. And because now everybody's starting to see there's a pathway, everybody's getting in, and so it's becoming a very saturated market now. So you got to be really, really good. Now, look, if you're a big name, you know, if Denzel and Sam Jackson started a podcast, people are going to tune in at first.
Yep.
Now, the first 3 or 4 episodes, but then how can you keep them? Because that's the hard part, Joe, is getting people listen. Man, Joe Budden, I'm going to see what Joe talking about. Can you get them to come back?
Exactly.
Can you get them to come back again?
Listen, we've seen a million A-list celebrities start podcasts or make the big podcast announcement or go get a big bag and never deliver an episode.
Nope.
Not a one. I've seen them get fired. I've seen them, they're not, to be a podcaster, still to be a podcaster. Like you could count on the Joe Budden podcast to drop twice a week, 52 weeks out the year. I'm gonna be there.
Right.
Some of them, you're not committed to it. Y'all are playing the headline game. You're playing the stock game. You had no intention of doing it.
Especially when COVID came out, Joe.
Oh my Lord.
Because there was really nothing. The studios couldn't shoot, but we got to get something out. Hey, Joe, we got this big, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Joe had a podcast. I thought Joe was going to drop this such and such. They took the money and ran.
Always.
And then, like, Bro, it's a grind. And people don't realize how hard you got to work and what goes into it, Joe. People really just think you and your group, y'all just show up and just shoot. No, you got a rundown. We got a direction in which we want to go. We got to get in and out. We got to direct traffic.
Yeah.
It's not that simple. But people, when people don't see how the food is made, they think it's easy to cook. But if you watch your grandmother or your aunt or your mom cook, you realize that plate ain't just getting on the table in 20 minutes.
She's been prepping this.
Yes.
She's been prepping this food.
Yeah, all night.
You're absolutely right.
And then you really took it to a next level. You're like, you know what? I'm going to have my own ad team. I'm not going to rely on some of the others that have advertisers that they come to you, and by the time it gets to you, you getting 60%. As opposed to like, you know what, I hire my own ad team and I'll get the whole 100% and they give them a percentage of however you do it. Mm-hmm. What made you decide to go that route?
Honestly, the outlook as far as ads started with just like how I listened to podcasts and how I was as a rapper. I used to hate promo. I used to absolutely hate doing promotion. I'm not going to lie to you. Even when an album was coming out, I wouldn't promo it. And when I would listen to podcasts and an ad would pop up, I didn't necessarily enjoy that.
Right.
I didn't like that. I didn't want to interrupt the flow of the conversation, which I thought was extremely important at the time. So for this check, and I tried at first, and I'm talking, this is around 2015, 2016.
Damn.
2015, 2016. I tried to, again, Shannon, nobody knew where money was coming from in podcasting. So if this ad came for whatever the money was, it was shorts. But the thinking was, if you pack in a bunch of those, you could see how you make some money. I did the ads, I fucked them all up. Whatever the read was, I went totally off script, laughed at them, told them to call me instead. I don't think it was Talkspace or somebody. It was a mess. But from there, again, how I moved was because the audience was so large and it was growing year over year. So, I mean, it was cheaper to just hoe around and add yourself to death versus nurturing a relationship with a brand that you understood, that understood you. And again, maybe this is trauma from Black people and how I view the word shock jock, right? Because you'll participate in all the success, but anytime something happens off script, you're so quick to toss us to the side, put all types of words in these contracts. I never jived with that.
Right.
I never jived with that. So, no, I forgot where I was.
Yeah, no, but you were saying that why you decided to like do your own. You have
back to the ads. So yeah, and we were blessed enough to have some really good partnerships with some people for years and years and years, and it was profitable for both sides, and you meet good people, and you do this thing. You start to do it, and you start to reap the benefits of the independent company that's out here putting in the work versus the ads team, the sales team. And then that's always the thing too. This whatever your beef is with whoever you partnered with, at some point they're gonna put it on the sales team if you start having the right conversations. It's like, all right, let me come talk to the sales team.
Right.
And let's have a conversation. Let me get on the phone with some of these people.
Right.
And yeah, but edgy content.
The big game is
that's dope. No, that's dope though. Shout out to Joe Budden. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Uncle Shay Shay. They out there putting in work, bro. They out there grinding, they putting in work. And for those of y'all podcasters who, you know what I'm saying, if you're just starting out, listen, you heard it here. You hear it from everybody else. Consistency wins it, bro. Consistency wins it. You're always going to find your tribe, but you got to be consistent, especially if don't nobody know you. You got to be consistent. You got to keep showing up. Even if you don't want to, you got to keep showing up. You got to. Either posting one day a week, 2 times a week, however many times you can post, but you got to show up every single time. Every single time. Eventually, people are going to start noticing you. Trust me. They're watching you. They see you. They probably even consume some of your content, but they just aren't going to say anything yet. And a lot of reasons they don't say anything yet, they just want to make sure that you aren't flyby. They want to make sure that you aren't fair weather. They want to make sure that you can continue to keep being here, that you're going to be consistent. Everybody's not going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to rock with you. Some people are going to say you out of your mind, or you out of pocket, or you're dumb, or whatever the case. They're going to say a lot of bunch of shit. That's just how people are. That's just how it is. So you got to have tough skin. You could be talking about the most positive thing. You're still going to have negative people talking. So just have tough skin. You ain't got to respond to everybody. Everything you don't have to respond with emotion, because guess what? Once you cut the camera off, you go back to your regular life. You ain't gonna have time to worry about what everybody else talking about. You ain't got enough. You got too many things going on. But make sure you continue to keep showing up. Make sure you continue to keep getting better over time, and people gonna see you. That's brands and sponsorships included. One of my biggest goals is to make sure that if don't nobody want to rock with your boy now, if don't nobody want to see your boy right now, if ain't nobody, let's just say nobody's clipping up my shit right now, right? That's cool, right? It's not expected, but understand something. Eventually, they gonna see me. Eventually, they gonna know who I am. Eventually, they're gonna be wanting to work with me. Eventually, they're gonna be wanting to spend money on me. Eventually, they're gonna want me to be a part of their brand or sponsorship, or eventually they're gonna want me to tap in or jump on their podcast or jump on their show in order to get them more visibility. Or they're gonna want to jump onto my channel in order to get more visibility. In due time, because time and consistency, and continue to get better over time, you're naturally gonna get better. Even if you aren't even trying, you're naturally gonna get better. Naturally. So yeah, shout out to them, bro. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, dog. So what do we got next? Let's go to y'all already know. We gotta talk about some money. Money. Here comes the money. I gotta give me a sound like that. Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
Yeah, you right, man. Making money is me, man. 10 years, man, you're gonna have that Benzes. 10 years. Thinking more like 10 days, man. 10 days.
So let's talk about Cody Sanchez. She's giving some information in regards to 3 weekend businesses that no one talks about. I haven't heard it. I said 3 weekend businesses. This might be interesting. So I don't know what she's gonna say. Don't know what she's gonna talk about. I'm watching it in real time with y'all. Let's see if this is something that some of y'all who may be watching and some of y'all who will be watching this on the replay, let's see what y'all think about this. Or this might be something that y'all can bark into or bark on. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it.
$100 to $100,000 in a weekend. These guys did it. We're gonna go talk to business owners live and figure out how to steal their homework so that you can do it too. But first, we're gonna start $100, and we're gonna do it with popsicles. What's up? How are you? Good to see you. Flacas aguas. I love this, which means skinny water, by the way. What type of popsicles are we selling?
It's fresh fruit, sugar, and water. You have 3 simple ingredients.
Amazing. So these are all fresh. They're handmade by you.
Correct.
How do we decide where to put this thing?
Exactly in a spot like this, right? Kendra Scott, she's extremely famous, popular. Everybody wants to come here. This is a hot spot.
These stores like people being in front because we're like, hey, get a popsicle, then buy some jewelry, right? So who are we selling to?
Pretty much everybody, from children to adults.
For our local firemen, it's a surprise batch. That one. Bye, guys. Thank you for your service, all you do.
Guys, I'm so psyched for this popsicle. You don't even know. Delicious.
Awesome.
Refreshing.
Yes. Let's talk startup costs. Popsicle, what are we selling them for?
$4.
How much do they cost us?
Between 60 and 70 cents.
That's some sick margin, baby. We got this thing, which we could rent for like how much a day?
It was smarter to purchase it for $1,700.
And then we got a couple signs, which is probably like all in the extra $100. Marketing. How do we position this business to sell more and get more clients?
Social media.
So you got a cute little marketing. How do we position this business to sell more and get more clients?
Social media.
So you got a cute little
order to purchase it for $1,700.
And then
So she purchased the car for $1,700.
we got a couple signs, which is probably like all.
So total cost $1,900. So her most expensive thing was the car itself, $1,700. For the fruit, $100. And then for the sign, another $100.
All in the extra $100. Marketing. How do we position this business to sell more and get more clients?
Social media.
So you got a cute little Instagram. You're putting your items up there, and maybe you're pinging local events and vendors to say, hey, by the way, I could come to your place. I could sell some popsicles.
Yes. People love the videos of me making them, like the how-to videos.
A little ASMR.
Yeah, exactly. Word of mouth. Like who you know makes a massive difference.
Do the thing that you do, and you document it online. You ping other people with your cool stuff that goes most viral. I like it. This gives me an idea. How do we 10x this bad boy? We're scaling. So we're located on site of this local restaurant. We called a bunch of restaurants and said, hey, what if we did a little event activation? We put the popsicles outside. We bring in customers to your location. What would you pay us? These guys said $250. So I said, sold. Then they liked it so much. They're like, also, we do this thing on the weekend. There are 1,000 people there. Do you want to come to that one too? I think maybe we charge double. We've taken a business where you sell one popsicle at a time, and now we sell many. What's the most expensive event you've ever done?
Thus far, $600. We're renting the cart for a wedding.
We should get her to double her prices. What do you think? I think the next corporate event, we should be charging more like $1,200, maybe even for some fancy quinceañeras or something. We up those prices, baby.
Agreed.
And if anybody wants to book, you guys know where to find us in Austin.
You know what?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'll support.
Are you sure? Thank you. I appreciate you. You just paid me $500.
Yeah, girl. There you go. Holy. That's good.
So wait, what? So we can break down sales for 2 hours, $40 an hour. That's $80. The wheel activation, $250. Generous tip, $500. Oh yeah, he paid. Any nigga who wears shorts like he was wearing and got his shirt off like that, yeah, he probably got some money. Total revenue, $830. Damn, she just made. Oh, so shit, she can pack up and go home if she wanted to.
Holy.
Weekend breakdown expenses: fruit, water, sugar, cart, plastics, plastic bags, heat sealer, molds, plastic storage, popsicle sticks, signage, blender, marketing, freezer for storage, utilities. Total expenses $300. That's it. That's a very low expense. It's a very low expense. 500 popsicles to break even. After that, 25 popsicles to break even. Yeah.
That's crazy.
We can break down 830 profit. But yeah, think about it though. Look how easy, but think about how easy it is to make a popsicle though, Bull City. Think about how easy it is to make a popsicle. Fruit, water, sugar. All you doing is pouring it. All you need is a big ass blender. You already got your popsicle stick, so you can lay that shit out on the island. You can already set that shit up, boom, pour it in the ice trays and just sit it in the freezer for a minute, then boom. Your shit ready to go in just a couple of hours. You can do that shit the night before and be ready to go. And think about, but here's the crazy part. Think about, now they just talk about events. Think about if you had that shit just sitting at the park. Think about taking that shit to the park though, where there's a ton of kids, one of them big ass recreation centers, and you just sitting outside. And this is just and mind you, this is just a weekend job. This is just something quick to do on the weekend. She'll make that, her investment that she makes, $300 of expenses. So once you pay everything off, And if you go every weekend, you can already make your money back within a month. Just popping out on the weekend. I know those guys that sit outside right now, because out here in Arizona, there's a lot of them. They get their golf carts. You know, they got all their little snacks. It's basically like the Mexican candy lady, basically. We all knew the candy lady, right? They posted up on all type of corners. People pulling over, buying, like the little elote cups, chips, drinks, I forgot what you call them, like the little the fruit cups with the, it's like icy with the fruit in it and all that shit. They selling all that shit. Let's see.
That's awesome. Now let's go check out someone who's doing $10,000 in one weekend.
You just paid me $500.
Let me go back.
Yeah,
Average.
Refreshing. Yes. Let's talk startup costs. Popsicles. What are we selling them for?
$4.
How much?
So she sells popsicles for $4. So she sells them for $4.
They cost us
between 60 and 70 cents. 60
to 70 cents per popsicle.
That's some sick margin, baby.
So $3.35 per popsicle.
We got this thing, which we could rent for like how much a day?
It was smart.
Mind you, she said she can also rent that.
Order to purchase it for $1,700.
You can rent or purchase.
And then we got a couple of signs, which is probably like all in the extra $100.
So yeah, that's what she makes.
Marketing. How do we position this business to sell more and get more clients?
Social media.
So you got a cute little Instagram. You're putting your items up there, and maybe you're pinging local events and vendors to say, hey, by the way, I could come to your place.
She said ingredients were her 100. I missed that. I missed that.
I could sell some popsicles.
$100.
People love the videos of me making them, like the how-to videos.
A little ASMR.
Yeah, exactly. Word of mouth. Like who you know makes a massive difference.
Do the thing that you do, and you document it online. You ping other people with your cool stuff that goes most viral. I like it. This gives me an idea. How do we 10x this bad boy? We're scaling. So we're located on site of this local restaurant. We called a bunch of restaurants and said, hey, what if we did a little event activation? We put the popsicles outside. We bring in customers to your location. What would you pay us? These guys said $250. So I said, sold. Then they liked it so much. They're like, also, we do this thing on the weekend. There are 1,000 people there. Do you want to come to that one too? I think maybe we charge double. We've taken a business where we sell one popsicle at a time, and now we sell many. What's the most expensive event you've ever done?
Thus far, $600. We're renting the cart for a wedding.
We should get her to double her prices. What do you think? I think the next corporate event, we should be charging more like $1,200, maybe even for some fancy quinceañeras.
So yeah, she rents the cart out too.
Something. We up those prices, baby.
Agreed.
And if anybody wants to book, you guys know where to find us in Austin.
You know what?
Yeah, so she rents the cart out too, so she's making money on that too.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'll support.
Are you sure? Thank you. I appreciate you. You just paid me $500.
Yeah, girl! There you go! Holy...
So yeah, for all that, so 300, so total expense is 300.
That's crazy.
530.
That's awesome. Now let's go check out someone who's doing $10,000 in one weekend. $10,000 in one weekend. This is a pop-up picnic and proposals business. Posh Picnics. This is amazing. So you did how many pop-up picnics today?
Today we had 4.
So how much money are we making today?
Around $6,000. Yeah.
Nice job. And last weekend?
Last weekend was $12,000. After paying everyone, close to 8.
That's amazing. But it didn't start out that way. You had $0 when you started this.
Yes, started with nothing.
And how much money did it take for your first pop-up picnic?
So about $200, maybe $250 tops.
And that's like flowers, pillows,
plates, and most of it was thrifted actually.
Okay, so how long did it take you to make your cash back?
After my first booking, I was basically there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so you get the first one, then what do? You document the heck out of it, so you get to put it all over the internet.
I'm pretty prepped at her house.
Where do you get clients now?
I started posting on different Facebook groups, mom groups. This was during COVID. It was really the only way people could celebrate their special occasions.
And now you got a multi-6-figure-a-year business that you're rocking with. That's incredible. Okay, so today we are doing a proposal. That's what this is, right? We're at the top of a building, and you've kind of orchestrated all of this, right? You're like, this is my X package. And then what do you have? Do you have like 3 or 4 packages?
I started out with just one package, one proposal package. Then we went to 3, and now I have 6 different packages. This is package number 1. It's the most popular proposal package.
Interesting. What do the prices range from?
From $350 to $1,850.
Love that. So you got a full range because you want to sell more expensive things to people who want to buy it.
Yes.
With this setup, you basically do everything and the dude just gets to look great.
Exactly. We make them look amazing.
And who's your perfect avatar?
It's going to be the man that has no clue how to propose,
That's
but
dope.
he has
That's
the
dope.
ring ready, and that's all he has.
What would you do different today than when you first started in the business?
What's her margins like? Because it sounds like she'll be making a killing off of that.
I would prioritize marketing and social media, find someone who matches my energy that can take on that project. Then I like to do the creative stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you really like to actually do the logistics and the hustle of putting this thing up and seeing it and all of that.
What I love is seeing the client come in and the expression on their face and their eyes light up. And usually with the proposals, there's tears coming down as well.
Oh, that's so good. Okay. And next, where do you want to take this business? How are you going to scale this bad boy?
I would love to create licensing. I have my trademark now and create posh picnics all over. What would you do to scale my business?
I think you should get to your first million before you license. And the reason why is you're just so much more valuable. Then you can say that I've got a business that is 7 figures and I can teach other people how to do it. The second thing that I think you should do, you should try to get the before and afters.
Yes.
They're crying. Girl, that will go viral continuously. And so I would obsess on your one format. What is the one format of a video that I can do so well I can get it to 1 million views? Because 1 million view video will be worth 20 10,000 view videos. And then the third is, tell me about your team. Who you got on it right now?
I have 2 assistants and both of their husbands help me as well. And then I have my children.
Okay. So what do you think you're probably missing? You're missing like social media marketing and sales?
Yes.
Okay. So I think your next big hire, one of those.
Mhm.
You don't need another assistant.
No.
You need another pro. Because if
Yeah.
you think amateurs are cheap, just wait until you hire a pro.
Yeah, I agree. So.
You will
I agree.
realize how much more expensive it was to have an amateur to start with.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We should probably go help these guys like do
Yes.
some work or something, right? Look at how helpful I am. Woo! Good luck. Congratulations.
Does she already have like presets already? Like things that she kind of use over and over again, or does she always start with something new? Or does she always do something new? Like does she reuse certain like tablecloths or plates or things like that?
Is she gonna say yes?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You did an incredible job. She's a lucky lady. If you're even thinking about starting a business, whether it's your first or your 5th, here's one move every entrepreneur should make before launch day. Lock down your domain. And not just any domain. I'm talking about a .online domain. .online is the domain made for entrepreneurs. It's clean, it's global, and it literally...
Y'all see how see how she just seamlessly added in this sponsor brand right here that she's sponsored by, that she collabing with. I like that. That was a seamless flow. I like that.
Really tells the world what you're about. Your business is online. Over 3.5 million businesses already use it across industries, restaurants, clinics, online education, even fashion brands. So while you're building your empire, even if it's just on the weekends, don't just build it, own it with .online. Click the link below, use checkout code CODY. We got something for you. This is my new favorite boring business. 2 guys running a business that does a lot of revenue. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you, Matt? What's going on, Sam? What do you guys do here?
Yeah, we help students move in and out of college.
And what's it called?
Storage scholars.
So what are we doing right now? We're moving somebody in?
We're moving kids into college. You want to join?
Yeah, let's do this.
It's moving day, baby. It's
All
moving
right.
day.
So you guys started this business when you were how old?
18,
And now how old are you guys?
26, and 27.
That's wild. You started this business with how much?
Yeah, that's the funny part. When you talk about corporations, last thing they want to do is spend a whole bunch of money, because 9 times out of 10 they really don't care. They don't have the marketing budget for it, nor do they use it as a priority. They don't have it as a priority, so it's just they don't want to spend too much on it. Like, man, we don't have that much to spend on this. This is what we got, because they don't really take that shit serious in corporate. They really don't. So that's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard to get money out of them.
Cash.
Actually, $0.
Whoa. So you were in college when you started it?
Yeah, I was looking for a way to pay our way through school and needed a business.
The biggest thing is that we've been doing it for almost 10 years. So you learn a lot every year. You try not to repeat the same mistakes twice, and you just keep going and following the plan.
The best way to make quick money is to do it for a long time.
100%.
Let's have everyone actually pay a $50.
Oh, it was a
deposit.
private that was.
That way that helped fund the initial cost of the boxes, the storage units, and the trucks.
I love a prepay. So you didn't even have a service yet. And you guys are like, the thing is, I want a deposit
100%.
and then I'll do it. So you guys made money before you spent any money.
Correct.
Wow, that's wild. So we started with $0. We take the $50 deposit. How much did it cost you to rent that first truck?
Oh, it's about $100.
You said it was a
Partnering with local businesses is better. They look at some of the costs with community events to give back. Yeah, I agree with that. That's what I had to redirect my focus from. Oh, you just getting off work? Oh, okay, cool. But that's how I look at it. That's how I had to redirect my channel as well. I'm looking to work with, and here's the thing. I don't say collab. When I'm talking to people that I'm potentially wanting to work with, I say partner. Listen, I want to partner with you in this aspect, in partnering with the Courtnee Edgar Show. I can easily integrate you into the show, without it seeming all salesy and shit like that. But I'm looking for long-term partnership. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for something that's fair weather or just a one-off situation. I'm not doing none of that. Oh, you join the Chamber of Commerce? Nice. But what you have to pay? What you have to pay to get into that?
tractor trailer?
So when we bought boxes, they come on a tractor trailer. So something that's probably 7 times the size of this.
And what did that cost you to rent?
Well, the cost of the box is around like $10,000 probably.
Okay, so $10,000, but this is only after you've gotten prepay, so you know how many boxes you need.
Yeah, we have all the money up front.
Right. Then you need a storage unit to put them all in.
So it's 4 months of storage for the summertime. That's what people are paying for. They're prepaying for that.
Yeah.
First month's free, and then so it's about like $200 for the month that you can fit maybe 20 people in a storage unit.
So that first year, you're netting like $9,000.
$18,000 in revenue, 64 customers, year one.
$18,000 in revenue in year one, 64 customers. How much profit?
It's complicated startup costs, I would say, when you have like different partnerships and stuff like that. But yeah, we made a couple $1,000s in year one.
Okay.
It was year 2 and 3 we started to actually.
So you're making like 10 to 20% margins in the first year because you kind of don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's a fair
Or
way
they
to
call
say
it like checkbook accounting or something,
Yeah.
or like checking account accounting.
Yeah, it's my favorite
It's growing,
type.
right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, is there more in my pocket or less? I love your branding. I love that you guys put your face on the box. Was that to kind of show that this is humans and like young people just like you?
I think it was also kind of a joke to like the lawyer on the park bench. Hey, no, like this is Sam or Matt, your classmate from biology class that's helping move us Indy out.
Oh, I love that.
So basically, you sign up on our website, we ship you all the boxes, tape, bubble wrap, and labels. You pack up your stuff, you snap a couple photos of the items you're looking to store, lock them in your room and go home.
Whoa,
And then-
I just leave them in my room.
Yep. And then we partner with these different universities. That way we can come in the day after campus closes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Move everything out in a
for the year?
24 to 40-hour window, and also use a lot of the students on campus when they're done with their final exams to help do the actual moving.
That's sick. So you guys get access to a full row of basically storage, or I guess dorms. Grab all their stuff, put it in a big truck like this, and you're off.
That way it's
Oh,
really
shit.
like optimized as well, so we can go
Eventually.
dorm by dorm.
Excuse me. Bless me. Eventually, I'm gonna tap into a chamber of commerce. Eventually, I'm gonna tap into one. But here's my thing. Before I do, I want to buy one business first. Once I do that, then I will.
By floor and just bang it all out.
Whoa, okay, taking me back. Now we're in college dorms. And for you guys, you started out by just being in one of these and deciding you were gonna knock on a bunch of your neighbors and asked if they wanted to move their stuff out, right?
Yeah, we ended up just printing out some flyers, went door to door, and said, hey, where are you from? Did you take a flight here? Do you need a place to store your stuff over the summer? And if they said yes, gave them a flyer and got them signed up. Hey, what's going on? Nice to see you. Welcome back.
Deliver all your stuff. Come on.
The first customer we went to, the kid negotiated. I was like, oh, it's going to be $380. She's like, what about like $325? Wow, is this really the way this is gonna go? Yeah, I'm down. Like, I'm a hustler. Like, let's do it, right? And then the next room, the girl was studying abroad, which meant it was double the storage period, and her mom was there frantically packing her up. And I did the calculation. The kid had just negotiated a $350 bill, and the amount was gonna be like $1,500. And I was like, she's like, yeah, who'd I make the checkout to? And we're like, Sam Jason. And I got that. I was like, okay, we're good. Like, this is good.
We went from 20 campuses to 200 in 2 years.
Nice.
And we finished last year at $7 million in revenue. And now the goal is we're going to get much deeper on every campus and take the moving infrastructure we built to do more. So now we do B2B stuff. So the actual college hires us to do moving for them.
So how many doors do you think you've knocked?
In year one, we did every student on campus. That was about 1,000.
Whoa.
And then since then, maybe 1,000 every year after that.
And do you guys continue to use that as your main strategy?
Not every student has kind of the guts to go do that every time, but we do flyering, we do chalking, and then some of the bolder interns that we have.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
Well,
That's cool. So chalking, I mean, you write on the...
Listen, I'm the same, Bull City, I'm the same way. Especially in college. Man, there was a lot of things that boxes, yeah, right. I'm finna look at some of these clothes that I know that I ain't gonna wear again. Trash. Or Goodwill. Trash, Goodwill. I was throwing so much shit away and giving so much stuff away. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to leave out of here with at least max 2 to 3 bags. That's it. 2 to 3 bags, I'm up out of here. I'm not trying to do all that packing and shit, man. No, fam. I can't stand packing.
A pavement. Hey, do you need a mover?
It's gonna say summer storage ? storagescholars.com. Just really good guerrilla marketing. It costs like $5.
Oh, I love that. And basically, you've done this so many times now. You have an SOP for just about everything. You're like, here's how you door knock. Here's how you chalk. Yeah?
100%.
Oh, love that.
There's little videos of us actually doing it and that being the training for them to watch. Can we put it right here? Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, here. Got the vacuum.
I noticed you didn't clean out the vacuum before we gave it to you, but sure you want to put this in your room, just right here? Okay, cool.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Yeah.
What is the business doing today?
This year, we're on track to do between $11 and $12 million top line.
Nice.
Which means in a weekend, how much are you doing?
A little over $200,000.
Damn, in the weekend.
It's seasonal, right? So it's fun. You make basically $0 except for the prepay, right? And then in the summertime, it's just $100,000, $100,000. So it's scary. It's fun.
Watching that app, going through all the money.
Email notifications, my favorite.
Cool. All right, we're all set. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great semester.
You don't need to risk it all to start a business. You just need one small bet and the courage to try it. A sponge and a bucket of water like this, and you too could start your business with one sale at a time, your path to freedom.
Damn, boy. That's very impressive. That is very impressive. My goodness. That's what's up. Listen, we always that's one thing about the Courtnee Edgar Show. We're gonna talk about some business. we gonna put a battery in some people's back. We gonna put batteries in people's back so they can get to this money, bro. Because there's a lot of money to be made out here. There's a lot of money to be made out here in these streets. And so when we continue to listen to people like this who are doing it, and people giving game, and then people actually out here doing it, myself included, out here putting in the work and actually out here looking. Oh, speaking of which, I came across a pressure washing business. Out here, and I sent the email to them, so I'm waiting on a response. That might be the move for me, because it's absentee owned. I already got a cash. When I looked at it, the cash flow on it was already, I think, they were cash flowing net $9,500 a month net. That's after expenses, for those of y'all who don't know. So if you say gross, that means that's before taxes, that's before expenses, that's gross. But net is after taxes, all your expenses are paid. So if you got employees, after you pay them and all that good shit, netting $9,500. Absentee owned, so they already got workers in place. They already got experienced people in place. They already got clientele that they're working on. They already got contracts in place. So literally, I'm just walking into it and it's already operating machine. And so I could just look at from my expertise, because I had started my own pressure washing business, but the only reason I stopped it just because I didn't have the time. But now, because they're already workers, all I gotta do is just step in, and all I gotta do is scale it, come in and scale. See where they're slacking and see where we can elevate the business. Easy money stipend. And considering the fact that I got a YouTube channel, YouTube channel already implement the business into the show. Guess what? This show is sponsored by boom, 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 boom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You feel me? You feel me? We said Bull City says their next step is buying storage units, real estate, play the vertical arm, integrates into their core business. Yep, that's a fact. Bull City is so damn hot in Arizona, the water evaporates before the water hits the pavement. Yep, that's a fact. Right, bro, right now, in February, it was 82 degrees today. Now, of course, it's colder now at night, but it was 82 degrees when I was outside pressure washing in the backyard. 82 degrees. It's crazy. I appreciate your knowledge and willingness to help. Of course, Jermaine. Of course, bro. For sure. All right, y'all. So let's get back into this degenerate behavior. Let's get back into this degenerate behavior. We always got to talk about money on this channel. We got to, because we trying to level up. Y'all see why I got the level up behind me. We always got to level up. We focusing on level up. We can talk about everything under the sun, but we got to get back to the money. That's why y'all should also tap into the Patreon. If you haven't tapped into the Patreon, link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments. All right. So let's go over to Pop the Balloon. Let's get to Pop the Balloon. I haven't done a reaction on Pop the Balloon in so long, but I want to see what's new under the sun. So let's go ahead and get into it. I haven't seen it yet. I just said, you know what? I'm gonna watch the next episode, and we probably do like two guys, and then we just gonna do some commentary on it. All right. So let's go ahead and rock out.
So we're going to be bringing out some single men one by one. When he comes around this corner, if you like what you see, he's saying all the right things. Do not pop your balloon. However, if there's anything that you're just really not feeling, whatever that may be, go ahead and pop your balloon, and I'll go over to each of you and see why you ended up popping. Are you ladies ready?
Yes.
Okay. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy.
Hold up.
Hello. Welcome in. What's your name?
Wavy.
Wavy.
All right, so let's look at the lineup. Let's look at the lineup first. Let's check out the lineup. What we got? We got red far left. Okay, so these are definitely plus age. They're definitely 38 and older. Definitely 38 and over. I don't see nobody under 38. Nobody. The best one right now is the third one in the brown dress. The one next to her, almost, but I don't like the way that her face looking right now. I don't like her face. So yeah, the best one right now is the third one in the brown dress. Yep. All right. Better recruits than normal, yeah. Oh, I got you, Batters on. I got you. All right, so let's 42. But I thought that was a YN. All right, you got it. 1, 3, 4, and 6. All right, hold on.
Why is it supposedly?
1, 3,
Well, so the way I feel,
4, okay.
and when I look in the mirror,
Okay.
respectfully,
And the burnt orange?
I don't feel like I'm 42.
Okay, so you feel
Like,
younger?
feel like I'm about in that approaching 32.
Okay.
30.
You say he might get 2 or 3 with that sales pitch? Yeah, for sure. But you already know how it is. Somebody gonna watch this. Hold up, before we get there. Somebody gonna say something about his haircut. Somebody gonna say something about his fashion. Or they might say something about his height. For real? They flat the stream? God damn it. Let me cut this shit off then. They always doing some shit, bro. Dirty money. So let me get off. Let me check. Let's see. I don't see it. Let me see. I don't see where it says it. Right. But well, back to the money talk. You feel me? God damn, boy. All right, so let me go with let me go. Let me get off of here. Jesus Christ. Always some with these. Always some with these people. They kick both of y'all? Okay. So let me go back out there. Jesus Christ. Give me a second. It went down for 90 seconds. Well, we know we can't do pop the balloon no more. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see what we got. Who do we want to talk about when we talk about this money? When we talk about this money. Your ex-wife was taller than you? What? They talking to, listen. I typed in bad money. I typed in bad money in my search. Guess what? I popped up. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Who we got? Let's go back to Cody. Cody be spitting. Ooh, this is a good one.
Stop thinking you need to leave your 9-to-5 to get rich. I didn't build wealth by leaving my 9-to-5. I built wealth by leveraging it with a proven system that works. It's a repeatable path that turns your paycheck into ownership and ownership into freedom. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build wealth with a common salary and a real life. You need to start thinking differently about your job. You should see your current income as the biggest lever you have. So with that in mind, you have to negotiate every salary, every bonus, every move, even jump jobs if there's no additional way for you to earn. So even when you are scared, especially when you are scared, in fact, I'm telling you, you can start with what you're making and use it to start building something that could grow without clocking in. And the unlock moment for all of you, if you don't negotiate, you subsidize everyone else who does. But that's not going to be you. You didn't come to play, so this is you. You work your tail off, keep track of your wins, and every year at your review, you lobby hard for a 5% raise. At year 3, you've maxed out, the company won't give you any more, so you jump to a new company and get a 10K pay bump. And you keep getting raises and keep requesting more. So smart negotiations and one job jump gave you the equivalent of a down payment or the ability to wipe out credit card debt. Okay, now here's a huge lesson. Most people only negotiate one thing, salary. That's a mistake. But how do you negotiate to get what you want? You have to know how valuable you are. In order to get more money from the company, you also have to know how much the company makes because of you. If you walk in asking for more money with no proof, that's not.
So translation, for those of y'all who don't know, if you're working at a job right now and see, first of all, let's go ahead and clear this out. Let's go ahead and clear this air out right now. We aren't in the times where you work a job for 20 plus years and next thing you know, you get a pension. We ain't in that time frame no more, because even those people back in the day, they would sit here and tell you, oh, you need to learn how to stay at the job and work all the way through. No. That don't work anymore. What you got to do first and foremost before you go into the job, already understand your experiences, already understand where you are at. If you're going to a different job, but you have the experience that job needs, right? You have to be able to negotiate. Now, you also need to understand, equity. If they got stock options, You definitely need stock options. I'm telling you now. Stock options matter. One of the ways that you could create wealth without actually having to own a business. Stock options. It's where you get equity in the company. It's a great thing to talk about, right? Also, what she mentioned in regards to, those days are gone, especially in regards to now when you get to this job, you have to document everything new that you are learning. Document it. If there are new projects that you're working on, anything new that you're working on or that you're learning, you need to document that. The reason being because that's going to give you a leg up when, one, if you decide to make a lateral move and you want to get a promotion, or you decide to go to a different company because now you've gained new skills. Those are skills that you learned because you had to do different projects. It's something outside of what you were already doing and what you were hired for. So now you take that, document that, boom. Now you're able to use that in negotiation when you go to get another job or when you decide to get another job. Rule of thumb, stay at the job no longer than 3 years. No longer than 3 years. Shout out to AD. No longer than 3 years. You should already be starting to look and actually just starting to gauge jobs around year 2. Start looking at different opportunities, looking at different jobs that may be hiring or that they may have an opening or jobs that you may be interested in. And so before you get there, you can already start investing and learning those skills that will be needed for that job that you are looking or seeking. That's another thing. And so this goes into that talk where a lot of women say, oh, well, men get paid more than women. Well, that's because men know how to negotiate and a lot of women don't. So for you women who think that there's a pay gap, I'm giving you the game right now. Learn to negotiate, learn to document the skills that you're learning on the job that you are at now. Instead of just worrying about, oh, well, such and such is making more than me. Okay, cool. But guess what? How many projects have you done already? How many opportunities have your manager and lead have come to you and say, hey, can you work on this outside of your job? Because, we need your help and we like your expertise and we think that you'll be a great fit for this project to help us achieve whatever goal that we're looking to get. Boom, that's a project. Document it. Document what they had you doing, how long you worked on it, what was successful about it, what did you guys do? Document it. So now you got another story to tell when they ask you at the interview, hey, so tell me about a time when you had to work on something outside of the job that you were hired for, and tell me what was the result of that. You got a story because you documented it. So now you are creating this leg up and this leverage from the projects that you used in your previous job to help you negotiate for a higher salary. Oh, don't worry. We're gonna get to the Roth IRAs and the investment 401k. Because a lot of people don't even know about that either. Man, listen. Yep, vested interest in the company's success. Facts. Yep. I have never had a salary, been self-employed since 19 years old. That's what's up. That's what's up, Boy City. 41 now. It's not for the weak. I admire 40-hour-a-week people to work ethic. Man, listen. Facts. Facts. Yep, look for jobs that match. Seriously. If you started off in logistics, right? So if you start off in logistics and transportation, go look for other jobs that are logistics and transportation. Because a lot of times, if you can go, you know what's crazy? You can be doing the same exact job at one job. You can go get hired for the exact same job at a different job, but you're gonna get paid 2 to 3 times more at the other job than you would if you decided to get a raise at the job that you decided to stay in. Or if you decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna make a move to this other company, but I'm gonna go for the manager position instead. You about to 5x your income. Because you've been documenting all of your projects. You got the experience already, so now you're able to talk about it. You're able to speak on it. It's gonna sound a lot easier for them to invest in you.
not going to work out for you. Here's a framework of 6 high leverage levers you can negotiate that go way beyond salary. So step 1, I want you to walk in with receipts. Before you say a number, show your numbers. Revenue you drove, costs you reduced, time you saved, fires you put out. If you can't quantify it, it doesn't exist. And if it's already in your job description, that doesn't mean that you deserve more. Unfortunately, that's just what you're paid for. Step 2, anchor high, ask for feedback. You don't ask, you anchor. Based on my output and market data, I'm targeting X. Can I present ways I think I could get there? Then let them meet you there. They might say it's totally ridiculous. You go, sorry, okay. How do we meet in the middle? Step 3, never negotiate just your base pay. I want you to anchor high. Everyone else stacks on top of this. Then we've got bonus structure, revenue or profit based, milestone bonuses. So if I launch this, deliver this, win this, I get paid. Tiered performances. So 90% payout if I do X, 130% if I 3X that. Equity or phantom equity if you are the most successful or useful person to the team, then you can ask for real upside, especially if you drive consistent results for years. Step 4, make it easy to say yes. Good negotiators reduce friction. Say, if we hit these metrics by this date that are above and beyond what we already wanted to, can we have a comp adjust automatically? Can we have a meeting about it? No emotion. This is a discussion, not a negotiation. Step 5, negotiate timing, not just amount. This is written milestone triggers, pre-agreed raises or bonuses. Delayed money with certainty beats hoped for money. Number 6, don't threaten, ever. Create optionality. Never say, I'll leave. You could say, here's the value I create. I'd love to figure out how to get the next unlock in the next 6 to 12 months. Is that reasonable? The strongest position is you're calm, you have options, you don't need to force anything. And then ask for what you're missing. You can literally make more money by saying, what skills or things have I not hit yet that are in the way of my next raise?
I kid y'all not. I had a conversation with an upper management at my company. And I literally had a one-on-one. I said, listen, I'm looking to elevate my skills. What is it that I need, or what projects do I need under my belt, or what skills do I need to learn that can help move me and keep me on the path in which I'm trying to go? And she was more than willing to help. So like, oh, absolutely. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put together a plan. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have a conversation. You know, we're going to talk about, let me put some things together. So I think, as a matter of fact, what's today, the 6th? Today's Friday, right? So on the 2nd, so actually Tuesday, supposed to be having a conversation with her about a promotion. So see how that go.
That is like, that's some master Jedi manipulation.
Let me see your identification. What are some skills or things have I not hit yet that are in the way of my next round?
Remember, your salary negotiation isn't a confrontation, it's alignment. If a company won't pay you more when you produce more, it's not a negotiation problem, that's a business model problem. So know your value, prove your value, then the math just talks. This gets us to the next step, manage your money. This is where we build your foundation, emergency fund, insurance, getting rid of big expensive debt like credit cards. Because the trap is, if your income rises, but your lifestyle rises just as fast, you're losing the game, you're not winning it. So we've got to live below our means for a minute. And the key here isn't willpower,
exactly.
It's automation. If you see the money, you'll spend it.
America's smallest millionaire is about to become a big-time spender.
So I want you to set systems that move it before you touch it. This is auto transfer to savings, auto transfer to your brokerage, retirement. Right?
Oh, shout out to the brokerage accounts. Shout out to the brokerage accounts. Shout out to the Roth IRAs. Shout out to the 401ks. Shout out to the stocks. Shout out to all of them. Listen, this is where a lot of people fuck up at. This is where a lot of people fuck up at right here, and they complain about how much money they are not making, and they don't focus on how much money they can actually be making on the back end. So when people say, I think another issue is too, they hear a lot of people say on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, invest in yourself, invest in yourself, invest in yourself, or pay yourself first, pay yourself first. What the fuck does that even mean? Some people don't even know what that means. They think, and especially when they say, well, pay yourself before the government pays itself, or before it pays the medical insurance and all that. They don't even know what that means. So we're gonna give y'all a quick breakdown of actually what that actually means. So for those of you who don't look into your portals, you know, on how you're getting paid and the type of money that you're making, what you can do, a lot of companies have moved on to, you know, digital platforms. So you can see how much money you're making. You can make adjustments on your pays or how much a certain amount can go into this account or how much money can go into that account, X, Y, and Z, right? And so one of the things that I'm lucky to do, I appreciate you, big dog. One of the big things that I learned is that the company that I already have a brokerage account with, we're gonna get to brokerage account. I have a brokerage account with, they are already partnered with the company that I work with. So it's easier to have my money go directly into my Roth IRAs, my 401ks, and all of my stocks and ETFs that I have, right? So I don't have to see it. I can already set it at a certain amount that I want, and then I don't have to ever see it again. And so it automatically get paid. I automatically get paid, and the money goes into my account without me having to see it. Automatic. I get paid on a Friday. But I get paid on Wednesday to my brokerage account through my investments that I pay myself first. Hold up. Gotta give a shout out. My boy said, I am a subscriber. I appreciate you, Jermaine.
That's top dog aura right there.
Appreciate you. So this is what they mean by investing in yourself first. So this is why you should go and get my ebook, Earn While You Save. The link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments. You can find the ebook there. That's why you got to tap into the Patreon. I'm telling you, it's a very valuable book. It's a very valuable ebook. I'm telling you now, it will save your life and it will save your finances. It's $60. It would do you more good to pay the $60 and save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars versus not paying $60 and losing out on hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So yes, if you are at a job right now, go into your portal, figure out how much you can pay, or figure out how much you're getting paid. Start setting the percentage at how much you want to take out of your paycheck that you will never see. This is at the gross amount. This is at the gross amount before it pays the taxes, before it pays your insurance, the health, and all of that shit. Take that money out. Have that money automatically go into your brokerage account. Put your money into an ETF, and I break that down in the ebook as well, and tell you what ETFs to go ahead and invest in. Easy. And over time, don't look at your brokerage account. And over time, you're gonna realize that your money has been working for you instead of putting it in a traditional savings account, and it ain't making you no money. And more times than not, you're losing money more than anything because your money ain't working for you. We want our money working for us. If you kind of see an easy 30K, see what I'm saying? You already on top of it. Yep, and the insurance. You gotta get life, and you gotta get life insurance. Listen, we here. We here on the Courtnee Edgar Show. We here.
When your paycheck hits. This is what I did in the beginning when I had a paycheck. So back when I was working for other people, I would immediately select, and almost every company allows you to do this. At my height, I did 25% of every dollar I made immediately went into my savings. And that meant that I didn't even realize that I had anything to spend.
I think I do 20%.
And that's how you keep the ownership loop running, even when life gets busy. There's a lot of ways people do this. I like the classic 50-30-20 rule. Almost everybody in finance knows this rule. Normal people don't. Here's how it goes. 50% of your paycheck goes to needs, 30% to wants, 20% to savings, investing, etc. An example, take home $10,000 a month. That means $5,000 go to needs, rent, car, living. $3,000 to wants, going out to movies, dinners, etc. $2,000 to savings, investing. So if you use a basic baseline like this, then you're early in the game. The second thing that I was taught in finance is having an FU fund. And if money buys you only one thing, I think it should be freedom. Because rich isn't a number, it's the time you control. It's the power to say F you when you hate your job, you're not learning anything, and you can mean it to your boss. I think the old way we were taught is grind 40 years, retire later. My plan was buy freedom in 3. I wanted to do it in 36 months. So here's how. The goal is simple. You save 3 years worth of your annual living expenses. Why 3 years? Because even in the worst case scenario, it takes about that long to pivot careers entirely, to take a little bit of time to recuperate, to start a cash flowing business or buy one. So let's do the math here. Super easy. $3,000 a month to live on, let's say. So whatever your monthly number is, you multiply that by 36 months. So your target savings is 108K in this instance. If it's 10K, you multiply 10K by 36 months, you get 360K. You get it. If you work hard for 5 years, save aggressively, and create your FU fund, then you can do what you love. And this is really one of the most important parts, because when you build the fund by your time, and when something isn't for you, you walk. And I know every single one of us has had a moment where we wanted to walk. And this isn't saying that every moment in your job is going to be amazing. It's not. I'm sure many of my team who is here gets annoyed at me and has had a moment where they want to quit. It is going to suck when you work. But there are some places where you work and you're like, I don't make enough money. Everybody's mean to me. I'm not learning anything new. If I have to be here 1 second longer, I'm going to die.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
It's not always that you have to quit. Maybe you just need a nap. You need a day, or you need a vacation. But for a lot of people, they stay in jobs for decades that they hate. And I don't want that to be you. The other thing I want you to do that's a no-brainer is move your savings from a 0.02% account to a 4% high yield one. And this is because lazy money's dead money. Inflation is not at 0.02%. So if you leave it there, you're actually losing money every single day. And so if you do all this, you'll find that while everybody else might be accumulating stuff, they might have cooler new outfits, cooler new rings, you're tapping into something way more valuable, options. And those other things give you options money can't buy, which is confidence to go do what you are supposed to in the world. Maybe to go build a business or buy a business that will truly change your life. When I bought my first business, the laundromat of all things, I didn't have some master plan. I was in private equity watching Wall Street play Monopoly with billions. But I wanted to bet on Main Street. Saw a laundromat ad for sale and thought, why not? It was messy, machines broke, it smelled weird. But the cash flow was real, and one step changed everything. The same thing happened when I tried to get my first site online. Hosting, domains, emails, it was a mess. That friction kills more ideas than fear ever will. That's why I tell people, if you're starting anything today, make it easy on yourself. Use something like Hostinger. You get your domain, website, email, and even AI tools all in one place. No tool chaos or tech headaches. You can literally go from idea to live site in minutes. And it's actually priced for people who are just starting, not just people who are 10 to get the New Year's deal. Don't overthink it, just ship it. A lot of what we talk about with people who are in jobs but want to buy one is called an ownership tithe. And basically that means I'd like you to put 10% in savings that are pretty static, stock market, debt, mutual funds, etc. But what about 10% into savings that you use to buy a cash flowing business? Let me give you an example from our boardroom community. His name's Jesus. So he worked at a corporate job, steady salary, stable path, but he wanted to be an entrepreneur. So he had that voice in the back of his head that said, you're meant for more. And it kind of kept getting louder and louder. So he joined our community, listened to 6 months of live calls, learned about deal making, listened to feedback. And in just those 6 months, Jesus made the leap. He structured a $4.5 million deal to acquire a $7 million manufacturing company that manufactures clothes. And he got it with seller financing, an earnout, and a bunch of downside protections. Now he has a team of 88 employees. This strategy is what we call the profit payback. And you can break even in months, not years, if you do the work. Because, maybe you're like Jesus. He didn't escape the system. He ran the ownership loop all the way through. So wealth doesn't have to be built from a giant salary. And that's how the 9-to-5ers are becoming millionaire entrepreneurs, by using their paycheck system. And Jesus' story actually isn't all that unique. I've taught more than 14,000 people in our communities the exact same thing on their road to becoming multimillionaires and business owners. This isn't a one-off. And inside the Contrarian Academy, we show aspiring business owners exactly how to make their first acquisition. Most people think starting a business from scratch is the only way. The truth, buying cash flowing business.
And also, I also believe that you should be doing, if you do have a 9-to-5 and you're focusing on building your skills within the 9-to-5 that you're working, I also think that you should also have another source of income that you're doing outside of your job. That could be anything. You could be learning a new skill. You could be doing content creation, YouTube. You can be starting some type, buying, purchasing, trying to purchase a business. that's already cash flowing. You can be doing that. You can be doing a lot of different things too. I don't think that you should just subject yourself to the 9 to 5. That's my personal opinion. I know some people may differ, but that's my personal opinion. I do think that you should be doing something outside of just your 9 to 5 job. I appreciate you, Mr. Courtney. So many people have lives that just are. Well, I appreciate you, Mr. Courtney. So many people have lives that just are created on negativity. You are dropping jewels. Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. For real. I definitely do. I definitely do appreciate you, dog. That's one of the things I want to do. You know, yeah, sometimes we may get into the degenerate behavior sometimes, but we always got to tie it back to the money. We always got to talk about how we're going to level up and grow. You know, that's why we're focusing on building the community over here too. I know a lot of content creators. I know a lot of people, they thrive on that drama and they thrive on talking shit, but nah, man, we trying to get to it. We trying to get to it over here.
Maybe even more interesting. By the way, if you want to learn everything I just talked about in 72 hours, virtual from anywhere in the world.
Speaking of which, Bull City, is that you can grow a sugar mama and have them pay for their own wants. Facts. That frees up some of your cash. That's true too. So look, peep this email that I sent. Remember the pressure washing business I was talking about? So peep. Let me show you. So that's the email that I sent them. So y'all can see. So y'all can pause and read it. So listen, we out here working. We not playing. We not playing. We not playing. There we go.
Go to www.msm.live or click the link below. I'll teach you everything you need to know about doing deals. Let's look at this. Deshira. She didn't try to like out-discipline herself or skip lattes. No. She built systems. So she bought First Light Home Care and she bought it for $850,000 using an SBA loan. The business generates $2.1 million in revenue with $300,000 in profit and is on track to make $2.9 million this year. And while she did it, she kept the former owner as a care manager. She runs the business remotely from Atlanta. I actually don't recommend that part. She's a stud. That's hard to do. And that's it. And she bought it while she was an employee. That's the ownership loop. So the minute her financial system took over, her brain realized you could continue to build even while you earn. And the Academy teaches you how to find these deals, evaluate them, structure them. Let's get really particular. How would we even find one of these right now? Let's look at what's available on BizScout. So here's one, $25K to
what kind of food
as
truck?
a price.
Well, I mean,
you can only put down.
What kind of food would you be making?
%, that's $5K out of pocket. You can use seller financing or an SBA loan to fund the remaining $20K over 3 years at 10% interest. So that's $7,750-ish payment. The year one cash flow to you is $16,248-ish. So if you have that amount of profit on only $5,000 invested, it's like a 300% ROI in the first year. That's the kind of deal people hunt for. Or because this is a lower cost of entry, you can pay cash for this deal and basically break even in year one. You're going to have to do the work. It is not easy, but it is totally doable. Like check out this one. It's your own skincare brand. This one's in Florida and I like Florida, great place to do business.
Look at that shit. Cash flow on 1.1 mil, gross 9.5 mil, inventory $35,000 worth of inventory, 750 in EBITDA. So the asking price is I guess you can say just say 1.3. So that's a business. Yep, hitting SBA loan, right? So look, that's a business that somebody can buy right now. Well, I'm pretty sure somebody may have already bought it yet, but I'm just talking about in the time in which she showed this. So you can buy a business, you can already out the gate be making $1 million because it's already cash flowing. It's already cash flowing 1 mil. Already cash flowing 1 mil. And you can use an SBA loan, or if you're good, or depending on the type of seller that you're dealing with, they may be open to creative financing, which you could do creative financing, which if you wanted to, you could potentially have zero down and you could pay them a certain amount over time plus interest. Which then you can also leverage that by saying, well, listen, if you want X amount of dollars over time, I'll pay that plus interest. So therefore you'll be making more money than what you are asking for right now. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I would do barbecue. My dad recipe had a, oh damn, that's crazy, man. That's dope. Sorry for your loss, man. Sorry for your loss, bro.
No personal income tax, which is nice, and a pretty low state corporate tax. I think it's 5.5%. We'll calculate payback using cash flow, since that's your true take home if you operate it yourself. If you put 10% down and finance the rest with an SBA loan, in year one of cash flow, it's 1.1 million less your annual SBA loan payment of $186,000. So you're making about $913,000. That's a 700% return on the cash you invested. And these are just two examples.
And the SBA is a small business administration. But they don't lend you the money. The banks actually lend you the money. For those of y'all who don't know that.
Again, we need to make sure these numbers are real. But I think the point is we've got to break the frame. Jesus bought a company with a full team. Deshira bought a home care business that provides profit. And this part is so important. We didn't do anything new. We didn't reinvent the wheel. We didn't chase the shiny trend. Something boring, profitable, stable. Nothing required special talent. Nothing required quitting your job blindly, taking wild risks, or sacrificing your sanity. You don't even have to do a personal guarantee. You could skip the SBA loan, raise third-party equity or debt, and have the assets of the business behind. This is the same system I've taught thousands. And by the way, I still have private equity before that, where they've done this for decades. It works the same.
Facts. Having the seller hold a bank note, a retiree looks at that like an annuity. It allows them to retire with a steady income. Exactly. And they're getting paid interest on top of it. So now they can sit back and say, you know what, I'm getting a steady income, I'm chilling, I don't gotta worry about it, or I don't have to be quote unquote careful. Because you know how some people are, they feel better getting that money paid out over time versus just getting that one large lump sum of money. Like, look, pay me a certain amount over time. We good on that. But then some people, listen, I want my money right now. And that's fair. But once I find one of them, we in the game, cuz.
Same for anyone who applies it if you're willing to do the work. It can work for you. You don't need to quit your job to get.
But that's the thing. The reason why that works too, especially if you're doing it as, this is why I look at it for, this is why I try to find the jobs that are absentee owned. Because now the business can still operate on its own. I don't need to be there. I don't need to be at the job in order for the job to operate. I can still do my thing. I can be at work focusing on everything else. And then I can tap in from time to time to make sure everything's going smooth, and I can focus on the back end work. I can actually focus on the business and scaling the business. And so when you look at it like that, it's like, all right, bet. So if I'm paying Joe Schmo, let's just say $6,000. If I'm paying Joe Schmo $6,000 a month, and originally that's taken away from my profit, I need to figure out how to scale this business to where now I'm getting that full profit back. Plus, I'm still able to pay Joe Schmo 6 bands and potentially pay that shit up a lot quicker too. Like, you know what? I'm paying Joe Schmo 6 bands. Listen, man, Joe Schmo, I'm gonna pay you 8 bands. I'm gonna go ahead and pay you 8 bands because I want to be able to pay this down a little faster. Pay this down a little faster so we can get to it. So we can go ahead and get this thing over with. You feel me? Not to be in your business, but how do you work right now? Do you have to work? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I work. Yes, sir. I sure do. I work right now. I got the YouTube channel, and I'm in the process of looking to purchase a business right now. So that's where I'm at. I'm actually actively doing, which is why I showed y'all the email. So I'm actively doing it, actively looking to purchase a business right now. So And then I'm also in contact with another guy about a cleaning service. The business is already cash flowing too. So I'm going to send them an email probably Monday. I'll send an email out probably Sunday, but they'll get it Monday. You know what I mean? So I'm supposed to get the P&L sheets. And then I kind of look over everything just to see if everything is over, everything. And then we'll get on the call and see what we can do. See if there's some creative finance in there. See what we can do, man. You know what I mean? We're trying to make it happen. I appreciate you, Jermaine. And plus saving 28% capital gain savings for business owners. Yep. Which is totally adverse to the power of a dollar equation, but people that aren't financially savvy will prefer that. Agreed. Because here's the thing. Here's another tip for the people who don't. Here's another tip for people who don't understand. The better you get, the more that you speak the financial terms and language of the people who understand money, the more money that you're gonna make. That's a pro tip. Something I learned. The more that you become well versed and you're able to speak the finance language, the more money that you're gonna make. So, yeah. On 10-foot ceilings for everybody. Let's go. Hey, you feel me? 10-foot ceilings for everybody.
Get rich, and it's not too late for you. You just need to use your salary differently. That's the ownership loop, and it works if you work it. So if you're
she cooking though.
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah. Listen. Yes. He says, don't be afraid to ask questions. Oh yeah, absolutely. Don't be afraid to ask questions at all. I will not be afraid to ask questions. I'm going to be asking a lot of questions. I want to know what's going on the back end. What things do I need to be aware of? You know, what are some things that may not be on the sheet that you're showing me? You know, is anything on the brink of breaking right now? Is there anything that has an emergency on it? Listen, I'm asking all kind of questions because you're not finna blindside me. No, you're not. My little ad that I just played, that's about the Earn While You Save ebook. So that's my own little ebook thing. I need to actually do another one because this one is kind of outdated. You know what I mean? Because the promo was there, and ain't no promo no more. It's full price now. It's full price now. Ain't no promo no more. Ain't no promo. Matter of fact, or should I keep promo on it? Or should I keep it as promo? What y'all think? Should I keep it as a promo? Nah, I ain't gonna do that because then I'm gonna look deceitful. Nope, I don't want to look deceitful. We're not doing that. Insider knowledge for sure. I don't want to look deceitful at all. So nah, I'll take it off and I'll just create a new one. You know what I'm saying? Let the people know it's an ebook waiting for them if they're really trying to invest their money. But hey, it be what it is. So listen, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. If you haven't supported the channel yet, be sure to do so. It helps me continue to keep giving y'all great quality content, man. And also, it just lets me know that y'all rocking with your boy. And, you know, it just puts a battery in my back to just continue to keep on pushing. If I'm being honest, if I'm being 100% honest. Just puts a battery in my back, dog. You know what I mean? What else we got? I think we good. I think we got everything. Talked about everything. Yep, we sure did. Tonight was dope. Tonight was fire. Had some good topics. Definitely, we love talking about the money over here too. You know, we can get degenerate for a minute, but then we always got to tie it back to the money. And we love talking about the money. The money. So make sure y'all are here. Depending on what's going on tomorrow, I might do another live. But if not, this is just going to be a replay tomorrow. Just going to replay it. It's going to be a premiere for the people who may have missed it. So yeah. But I appreciate y'all, my good people. I thank y'all, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Make sure y'all are safe during the Super Bowl weekend. You know what I'm saying? Go and get your wings. Have fun. Enjoy your people. Drink responsibly. Don't go out here drinking and driving. Don't be doing no stupid shit and getting yourself in trouble. Stay locked in. If you're going to drink at the house. If you decide to go to somebody's crib and drink, get an Uber. Go and get an Uber, bro. It ain't that serious. It ain't worth your life. It ain't worth none of that. All right? So until next time, my good people, I appreciate y'all and I will holler. Oh, no.